What's up, guys? Late night stream, getting into Candace Owens and the Charlie Kirk conspiracies. I have so many tabs. So many tabs. What's up? Carlin's here. Amalek's here. I sent you the link, Amalek. I can send it to you too, Carlin, if you wanna pop in and join the investigation. You could be a part of my lawyer squad. You want that? You want that? Candace Owens says the persons... I have so many clips on this, by the way. So much stuff. Candace Owens says the person seen on the rooftop isn't Tyler. Her explanation? It was a decoy that crouched low and coordinated with hand signals to time it perfectly with the shot so they could run and be caught on camera jumping off the building. But wait! She forgot for a second that she's pretending to believe Charlie Kirk was killed with an exploding microphone, so she has to correct herself.
Reading this live comment that just came in, I still don't think... I'm just reading this live comment that just came in. I still don't think there was a shot from the rooftop. I don't see any type of firearm when the person jumps, let alone a Mauser. They
got the fragments in him. They've got the gun that they found stashed in the woods where the dude jumped off the roof. You can see him with the item in the towel, the gun in the towel in the video. And the shot goes off, everybody turns and looks at where we see the guy on the security footage on the roof running. We've been seeing him for a long time running and jumping off. What do you think he was doing a few seconds right before that?
I actually agree with you. Based on everything that I've seen, if I had to put together a story, I would say that's another decoy person who was told to get onto the rooftop, timed it, perfectly, coordinated. This is when we're all going to do this. Who knows? Hand signs. Who knows what they're doing? And crouches down.
Who knows? Whatever. Hand signs, anything. Who knows? I'm just making it up as I go along.
People are recording that, and then they hear the sound of a shot, obviously, or sound of just a boom, as so to speak, in case it is the mic, and all that's meant to be a distraction. And they were tasked with just crouching low and then running.
I just sent you the link, Carlin. You can just go audio only. I have it set up just for audio right now. Voice only for you.
I actually tend to agree with you on that. I'm just reading this live comment that just came in. I still don't think there was a...
Breaking news from my mommy sleuth tip line. I think it's hand signals and decoys everywhere. Make this compilation for Erica Kirk to hand to the judge if she seeks restraining order against Candace Owens. There's so much more.
Something is not right with Erica. Everybody... Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk. Something is not right with Erica Kirk. Something's not right with Erica Kirk. Everybody consents that something is not right with Erica. Erica Kirk emotional asset story. Erica's story. She's now Dr. Erica Kirk. Erica and
okay,
Charlie. Erica. Erica Kirk's
I don't
past.
like when people do this.
Old Erica.
You could do a compilation of me saying Erica Kirk over and over again, or me saying Candace over and over again. It doesn't really mean anything. A little annoying. This is getting suspicious. This is what they're all saying now. So the new cope is they're saying Tyler Robinson is in a huge danger, and he's going to be suicided in his cell with a note, and it's going to be no more Patsy, blah, blah, blah. And then they're saying the same thing about Erica, too.
So much happening. The internet is blaming me for assassinations to come. Tyler Robinson's trial. I guess we got to just do that really quickly. Are they going to take Tyler out? What is this weird narrative they're now trying? I think Erica's life, if there's ever any danger toward Erica's life, it's not on the basis of what I've said. It's on the basis of what they're now...
Really? I mean, you're telling everybody basically that she's like trafficking children with Epstein in Romania and working with Mossad to assassinate her husband and take over his company. People, she's colluding with the synagogue of Satan in Israel and the baby eaters eating the beef jerky and worshiping Baal. Like, people out there that think that all that is true and are losing their minds could go and do something violent against her. Are you kidding me?
Toward Erica's life, it's not on the basis of what I've said. It's on the basis
you've never said anything to incite anybody against Erica.
What they're now putting out as a narrative. This whole idea. I have a bad feeling about that. We're going to talk about more of that tomorrow, but I want to be very clear, as I always have been. I don't want any harm to happen to Erica Kirk. I have never called for people to harm Erica Kirk. I don't even believe in the death penalty. I think the death penalty I've always maintained is just too easy for people who harm children. Like a pedophile, they just get to go to sleep effectively, and people have to deal with the trauma of what they've done to them. That's just one example.
No, we should pay for them to be in jail for prison, millions of dollars to feed them and clothe them.
So no, I have never called for Erica to be harmed. But the fact that are they going to take Tyler?
All right, here we go. Candace says the guy on the rooftop couldn't be Tyler. Why? Because you need military training to jump off the roof. She has lost her mind.
Who have military training to, and why is it that the person who filmed and observed him on that roof on Losey Center making military movements? We got a lot of emails from you guys about what that is and how you would have to have military training to know how to do that movement. And why is
military movements? So the guy that saw him on the roof knew. Oh, that must be an advanced military movement. He crouched and he crawled in the prone position closer to the ledge or something. I mean, we'll see the video here in a second of him on the roof. Doesn't look like. I mean, people have jumped fences before.
What's
jumping
up?
off
No,
a roof.
only.
Yo,
No,
what up?
that's impossible.
Yeah,
that's impossible.
I'm here too. What's
and
up?
Carlin, what's
what's
up?
up, Carlin?
World famous anti-communism exposer, Carlin, gracing us back on the show. What's up, Carlin?
Not much. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
I better not hear any Candace Owens apologetics tonight from you over here.
Has she had you on
I'm
the
just
show
still
before,
not convinced.
Carlin?
I'm still not convinced, Dan Black. I'm still not convinced. They're still lying about him being a leftist. They're still lying. So
He wasn't a hardcore political leftist, but he definitely was inspired by the left. Carlin, you have to deny. You have to accept that.
no, they didn't even talk about politics, according to the testimony. They didn't even talk about it. What leftist do you know that don't even talk about politics?
Talk about it with him. He did talk about Trump and other things. And also, hasn't it been reported that he claimed he was tired of Charlie's hate also? That sounds.
But that's not for our leftists. That's like NPC.
Is it not leftist saying fascist?
That's like NPC.
He carved.
They all say that.
Yeah, all the leftists.
No, not the real ones. The NPCs.
Okay, no real leftists, no real communists. Okay.
Not in that way. No.
Has Candace ever retweeted you, or do you know Candace? Have you spoke to Candace before?
Candace has retweeted me. Candace
How much is she paying you? How much?
Well, Candace, no. But check this out. Candace has me blocked on Twitter, but after something happened with Erica Kirk getting appointed to the Air Force Academy or something, and I jokingly tweeted Candace is right, and she retweeted me even though she refuses to unblock me.
Tonsky Adam sent $5 on Rumble.
Thank you, A.
Yeah, Nate Live has got the true. It was a Discord gamer tranny lover, dude.
Okay, let's see. Oh, this is where she slipped up now. Can't even get her story straight. That conceding that he was shot.
He used to carve out the messages on the cartridges. Lance claims, I know his alibi is for that day when Charlie was shot, or had an exploding mic. Lance claims that he slept in until 1 p.m. How convenient. Charlie used to carve out the message.
Dude, as if what is he, 20 years old, 18 years old? They don't sleep in till noon. Sometimes. You kidding me? That's a little suspicious, sleeping until noon. I mean, I guess it is weird to sleep in if he knew the night before. That if he got text messages the night before that his boyfriend shot Charlie. Maybe not sleep until 1. That is a little odd. And sus, and maybe he's lying. Don't you guys think maybe this friend is lying and he's way more involved? Right.
Maybe he stayed up all night because he was
do something and help him in some way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he was. Remember the bald guy? Remember the bald guy reports driving the car? So someone said the bald guy was driving that same car with 2 people in the car. Maybe he was the other person because he's obviously not bald.
Right. Did you see how they were claiming that it was really Tyler was in the security photos, even though his hair is super long and it was short in that thing just 10 months ago? Tucker Carlson shilling Candace stuff. This is the crazy one. She's accusing TPUSA of being Russian actors. Projection much?
In a private phone call, that the thing that struck her as very odd about the memorial event was that everyone was speaking Russian. She was disturbed by how many Russian speakers were in VIP. And that makes sense. You've got Tyler Boyer, you've got Elizabeth McCoy and her entire Ukrainian family. You've got Rob McCoy, who adopted a girl from Russia. Remember, there are just so many Eastern European never-ending ties when it comes to Turning Point USA. Arena said, I've just never seen so many Russian speakers in Arizona. I bet. Anyway, I want to show you this visual guide that I put together because it's this Bank of America thing is.
Why is she saying it like that, though? Is she trying to say that, like, the Russians killed Charlie? Even though they were in with TPUSA? Like, what's the Russia theory now? Posobiec is mobbed up with Moscow? Yeah, maybe. I'm not dismissing this offhand. I think everybody's a Russian agent. You guys know that, especially Candace.
Whatever happened to the Egyptian planes? Did that ever get a conclusion?
Everybody knew that was retarded from the start.
Remember, she said she's gonna have an interactive map. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
An interactive map tool or something like that online.
Yeah, she said. Remember the Egyptian planes? She said that it was a God thing, and that this was the key to the whole conspiracy. And she was so close to about to break it and come with the receipts. Tune in next week. She had. And then receipts.
Tucker said. Remember that Tucker the next week
Tucker
goes,
confirmed it, right?
Yeah, there's one thing I do know, and she's right about the Egyptian planes, or however he worded that, something just as stupid as that.
Yep, that is real. So yeah, that's what came up with it. Basically, everything she's been saying has turned out to be wrong. She said Lance Twiggs was never interviewed. He's already seen his interviews in the courts. They said he was never on campus. He's clearly on the security footage, identified by the mom and the boyfriend, with the plates and the car.
Super interesting to me. Okay. So you've got Tom Patrick, major Turning Point donor, Merrill Lynch top brass, right before it merged with Bank of America. Look at the picture she used.
Yeah, like the worst picture. And the name she did too. She refuses to call her Erica Kirk.
Oh no.
That's seething, like, spiteful ex-lover type of shit.
Yeah, maybe she's actually gonna accidentally uncover like Dugin and the Russian network sometime by accident. She's gonna somehow link it to the Kirks, and she's like, this is like, there is an actual, we talk about it all the time, obviously, but there is an actual like axis of like Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Moscow, Miami, and like New York, and like the Trumps and TPUSA are part of that. That is true. So it's funny she's making these connections.
We're open-minded about the Russia connections from Candace. Okay, we're letting her cook and see where she takes this.
Yeah,
we'll see.
You've got Stephen Phillip. That's going to be Daniel Phillip's dad, who is the vice president also in Chicago, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Russian studies. You've got Danny Phillip, who gets this job as Charlie Kirk's assistant, just ahead of Charlie Kirk's assassination. On this one, you've got Tyler. Of course, I told.
She's just kind of like throwing out random facts about people, though, too. This is very conspira brain coded.
She just like drew lines between them. I bet you this goes so hard for like the housewives. They're like, look, but she drew, you didn't see the family tree chart she drew? What? You don't think that's sus? Like, that's exactly what's going on.
I saw an AI video of her at the conspiracy whiteboard, and it's her like it was AI.
Oh yeah,
animated too. I'll look for that.
So
okay,
funny.
now this is the craziest one everybody was talking about yesterday. 2.2 million views. The new theory, guys, is that Candace Owens, Charlie might have been killed because he refused to approve the murder of Candace. He protected Candace and they took him out for it. Apparently that
makes sense. Yeah. I like that theory.
I know what my gut has told me about this situation from the moment that it took place. I know what beyond my gut and beyond my dreams, the statement from Andrew Colbert, it was supposed to be you. Was it?
Beyond my dreams, like if for anybody that needs more evidence than her dreams. Well, there's also this.
Is it fair to ask if it's plausible that when Charlie was taken to the Hamptons, the phone call no one wants to address from Bibi Netanyahu, is it fair to ask the question if it was literally supposed to be me who was supposed to be back on tour with Charlie? Did he say no to killing Candace Owens?
That face.
And then did he become a liability because he said no? What did Charlie turn down? from BB.
What bothers me about her faces is that this is her magic power, I think, is all these faces and her expressions. It's the way she says things. She's not smart. Carlin, what do you think of this? She's not very like smart, like she mispronounces stuff, doesn't know a lot of things, but she's not book smarts, but she's street smart. She's got intuition. And she's really persuasive and like manipulative, and a lot of it is like her facial expressions and the way she phrases things. And that's why she has this cult of personality of wine moms. And then she got her platform so big that other grifters like want to ride her coattails and like appease her so they get retweets and they get followers too. So a whole ecosystem has grew up around her.
Yeah, I mean, what I think, like, legitimately, when I'm not trying to make Amalek mad because it's really, really funny, is that I do think she has I do think she's a narcissist. I think she has narcissistic personality disorder, because this is what narcissists do: is they create all these fantasies, they rewrite history, they make themselves the center of things. Obviously, like she hates Erica with like a passion, because Erica got what she wanted at the end of the day, and so she has to destroy her. And I think that Candace felt entitled to, you know, be the next leader of Turning Point USA, and that she's pissed off not only that Erica married Charlie, but that Erica is now running the organization. And I'd like, one of the things that narcissists
she swooped in and took her man and her big organization. That's a good point.
And one of the things that narcissists do is they cultivate like a cadre of followers that go and do their bidding for them, so they can kind of like still maintain a little bit of like hands off. I think that's what's going on.
Netanyahu, while Erica was there. Again, the people that were present don't even want to acknowledge the phone call. I only got an acknowledgement that it happened from Erica in person, who then said, oh, he was just following up on a letter that Charlie wrote in May. Really? Bill Ackman's house, you put Bibi Netanyahu on the phone? And he's just like, hey, I got your letter. I want to talk about that letter from months ago. This feels like a good time. I don't buy it, guys.
So what do you think? I don't buy this theory. Like, what do you think Netanyahu said? Like, you better be more pro-Israel, Charlie. You better not have Tucker on Charlie, or it's your ass. And then the next morning, boom, assassinated. Really? That's more plausible. Did you remember how she was wrong about the letter, too? She said the letter was threatening him.
Tonsky Adam sent $5 on Rumble. Jealous God here. Can't wait for your debate. Don't hold back on that, Rabbi.
No holds barred on the rabbi, bro. No problem. So yeah, she was wrong about the letter, right, guys? She said, oh, it was some type of threat. Charlie was glazing him in the letter the whole time.
The entire
Imagine
letter
Charlie
was
writing
glazed.
that letter and then Netanyahu reading it like, oh, this good Shabbos goy. No, we got to take him out. Yeah, right. I'm with Nick on this. It's preposterous to think that they would want to take out their top goy, actually. And
Well, it's not that that's preposterous. It's that we have to see evidence, and there's literally none. All they have is these out of context clips, and then they have the Telegram chat
text
leaks.
message, yeah.
But every single dude, you know, you can take anything anyone says out of a group chat like that and be like, you know, taking it out. You need way more evidence than that. Than just some group chat.
Leaving the pro-Israel cause. It's almost like he's like being sarcastic about that.
Yes, I agree. When I read that, I go like 50-50 on it. But like, I don't require it. I'll just grant that to them and say, okay, yeah, that's what he meant by that. That we still need more evidence. He was like their guy.
I think this is darker than we could ever imagine. I
feel.
I know what my gut has told me.
My gut says, my dream said, I don't know, but I know. Here's her top minion, Ian Carroll. This didn't age well.
Understanding of like,
This was when he was filling in for her on maternity leave. I wonder how much they paid him. They all want to call us feds and say we're paid. How much does Candace pay this guy? That's what I'd like to know.
whereas Candace is such an inspiration because she's not afraid to go anywhere and look at anything, but she also has a high understanding of like objective evidence. And she knows how to not get sued, because you have to know how to find objective truth in order to avoid that. So whereas
knows how to not get sued. She's sued by Macron. She's sued by one of Charlie's bodyguards after the trial when he's convicted, and it's going to be way easier for them to sue her for defamation and harassment and all the shit that she's been doing. That's going to age really bad.
I think the important lesson here is learning how to identify when men are speaking confidently about something, but they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Or women, anybody. That's the
Well,
con game.
I suppose, but women never do that, Adam. I don't know what you're talking about.
Candace is, you know what type of girl she is. You can just tell.
According to my source.
Like a mean
In
girl.
fact, according...
Mean girl, gossiping, true crime drama. She thinks she's That So Raven. Did you hear that?
Oh,
Carlin?
that's
Emma
totally
like
true.
Her favorite show was That So Raven.
Somebody,
No way.
somebody sent me a clip of Nick saying the same thing back in, I think it was like January. So maybe I had saw that clip and forgot about it and rethought it was maybe his joke or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that is exactly accurate. She's literally talked about That So Raven before on her show and things like that. She's the perfect age group for it. She totally grew up watching that show and she thinks that she's That So Raven. And the funniest part is, in true Candace fashion of, showing off how illiterate she is, the whole premise of the show is that That's So Raven or Raven sees a vision, misinterprets it, and like the whole story of every episode is how she misinterpreted her own vision. So Candace Owens is so dumb. She thinks she's That So Raven, and she doesn't even understand the point of the story. It's so funny. She's ridiculous.
Adam, I liked when you predicted she was going to wear a detective hat.
That's so crazy that she literally LARPed as the detective with the hat and the outfit. I was thinking of an AI meme as her in Legally Blonde, like because she thinks she's a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that would be good, maybe.
In fact, according to my source, Tyler has never even stepped foot on UVU campus.
What do you think is behind this?
I don't
Do you think
Tyler Robinson was there.
You don't think he was there?
No. I think he's a total patsy. My investigation leads me to believe that I'm not saying he wasn't involved. I believe he was around campus, on campus for decoys. In fact, according...
So it's already moving the goalpost, moving it back a little bit. Come on. And this is why they're bending over backwards posting. They're making the photos from the security footage look more blurry to post it, to try to say it's not him. It's clearly him, especially with the real file. Those are good quality cameras. We're seeing it in the courtroom, across the courtroom.
I want to say with that Sean Ryan interview, I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, but it was like Candace actually had a lot of W's in that interview. And it just made me think again that, like, if Candace just dropped all this Charlie Kirk shit and just focused all of her energy and attention on dragging Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring and the Daily Wire, she would be like the hero of the internet. She really shines when she does that. I think like that's like her path to redemption is just, say like, okay, who hasn't had a moment where they create a massive worldwide conspiracy theory that goes insanely viral on the internet? Who that hasn't that happened to, and then they turned out to be wrong, and she apologizes and just drops the topic and just focuses on the Daily Wire.
No, they're gonna go. They're gonna imagine what's gonna happen if Tyler Robinson pleads guilty. Imagine what the Cope narrative
they're gonna say he's an actor. They're gonna say the whole thing's a show trial.
Yeah,
he's an actor. Be crazy. He's AI. He never existed. He's wearing a mask.
Will go the whole
it's gonna
way.
be any. Yeah. It's gonna because they're never gonna be able to admit that they were completely wrong and assholes and harassing a grieving widow. They'll never come to terms with that and admit that to the world.
I was complaining to somebody I know in real life about this, and they said, they asked me something crazy. Could you imagine if somehow Tyler Robinson dies in police custody somehow? Yeah. What's gonna? Yeah. Well, could you imagine how?
That's what they're all promoting right now.
Everyone's brains will collapse. It would be one of the worst things that could possibly happen for like mental health in this country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To my source, Tyler.
Also, I hate how they just keep going. It's like if you've been proven wrong over and over and over again, it's like the boy that cried wolf. Like at some point, you don't just you only have so many swings before you're out, right? Before we just go, no, not another one. Like they're running a new one today. They're like they got some receipt and it's blurred out, and they're claiming it's his at a certain time, and he couldn't have been there after the Dairy Queen because it's too far away or something. And it's just like. I know that it's gonna get debunked. I know that somebody's probably lying or just bullshitting or deliberately doing something deceptive. And it's like after they've done that already so many times, they were wrong about the timing of him turning himself in and having the Discord messages for months and months and months, Baron Coleman, I know for sure, promoted this idea that it's a conspiracy because he was under custody before the Discord messages were sent. And then that came out in the preliminary trial. Not true. It was after. And so they're just doing that all over again, it feels like. Here's more of the theories.
And likely took place under his shirt. Charlie, we've just seen no evidence that Tyler Robinson had anything to do with Charlie's assassination. And like I have said,
hold on, what kind of gaslighting is this? There's no evidence. They keep pushing this. Oh, the case is falling apart, or it's a train wreck, or I've even seen these people say like they want to start a GoFundMe to appeal his case. And I'm seeing hashtag free Tyler and stuff like that. That's so Raven moment. She doesn't know how to play chess, but she's somewhat of a chess master.
My investigation leads me to believe that I'm not saying he wasn't involved. I believe he was around campus. On campus were decoys. Tyler was around campus and he was tasked with dumping clothes at the Dairy Queen. Who knows how they got him to do that? I'm not saying that would not make him an accessory to something, but in terms of actually killing Charlie, no. I am still a believer that all of that was a show, and what happened likely took place under his shirt. I have not seen any evidence to the contrary yet. Charlie, we've just seen no evidence.
God. No evidence to the contrary. She's still doubling down on the road mic. Why would he be at the Dairy Queen dropping off clothes behind it? I just can't. So they're all seething about Shapiro saying he's going to pick up the bloodied mic and go, speak at campuses still. Obviously him saying like he's going to try to, not let conservatives be intimidated by left-wing violence, and they're not going to scare us and intimidate us into silence, that type of idea. But they're like, oh, he killed him. He said he's going to pick up the bloody mic. He's going to take over TPUSA. He killed him. Like as if he killed him, and then he's going to be saying creepy, weird stuff like that to begin with, and make everybody suspicious and spurg out. But apparently she said the same thing. She said she's going to take Charlie's torch.
But I know that we will carry the torch. I will never allow the memory of Charlie to be forgotten, obviously, because there is no Candace without Charlie. We came up in politics together. And so I don't know, but I know that.
She sounds like she's fake crying.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. There's no way that's real.
The Abraham Matrix sent $5 on Rumble. Edomoxing time comes Sunday. Let's go. Should be some great clips to go viral.
It's going to be so sick. Did you see, Carlin? I'm going to have the debate with the goat rabbi.
I saw that. It was very exciting.
Oh, dude, it's like our Super Bowl. It's actually right after the World Cup final, too.
It's like the post-game show.
Yeah, post-game, the real World Cup, the Goy Cup.
I will never allow the memory of Charlie to be Charlie. We came up in politics together, and so.
We came up in politics together, so. Fake crying. Crocodile tears. Okay, did you guys hear the new big theory today from her too also? Apparently he was wearing some Carhartt shirt, not the regular cheap China shirts that they sell to all the college students or hand out for free, right? He had the nicer Carhartt shirt, and this is a conspiracy somehow. This is worth covering and digging into, investigating.
At every Turning Point College, we are thinking it's got to be either the one that is 50% polyester or 95% polyester. I'm going to show you a photo of Charlie here, and you can see in the right-hand corner, we have that Carhartt logo. So you guys were sold a cheaper version. It would, however, be interesting to know who had this custom shirt made for Charlie. Because I can tell you that also is new. That brand is new. I can, at every Turning Point College stop that I ever did with Charlie, we just wore typically the same t-shirts that the student chapter was wearing. and they were provided for us when we arrived.
I hate her.
We are
I hate
thinking.
You guys
her.
suspicious now?
Go to
Are we
jail.
suspicious?
She needs to go to jail for saying what she just said out loud. What do you think, bitch? You think that the tailor? That's who it is. It's that tailor guy. Please. I hope he's not in the chat right now. That tailor guy made an explosive shirt. Is that her theory? Some tailor made an explosive synthetic dynamite shirt.
I don't know. Is it supposed to be like a different type of fabric so that like the exploding mic was suppressed and didn't blow through or something, or leave a burnt mark on it? I have
Or maybe
no
it was
idea.
like the starter. Maybe it was more flammable. Maybe it was like more flammable. Maybe it was like supposed to protect. Maybe it was like anti-explosive, right? So the plan is they put the explosive inside the shirt that's anti-explosive, then no one could ever tell. Dude, this bitch is stupid.
Dude, that was.
I hate it.
I think that you just cracked the case, Amalek. Carhartt shirt conspiracy.
What, you don't know about the shirt, Adam? Oh, Adam doesn't even know about the
Exploding
shirt.
shirt theory. Electrocuted shirt theory. Maybe they electrocuted him.
Oh my god.
Maybe they just liked the higher quality shirt. They're like, hey, get some nice quality shirt for us and the boys will wear them. We like Carhartts. We'll wear those instead of the cheap ones we sell that we buy in bulk. Like, that's obviously what happened and what's going on.
I just looked it up on Google. How old do you think Carhartt is?
Really fucking old.
How old? Come on, I want to hear some estimates. How old? How far off can she be, do you guys possibly think?
What do you mean far off on what? Why does it matter
how old that is? How old those shirts are? How old that company is?
I'm going to say like 50 years
how
old.
old it is?
How old is it?
It's 137 years old, Adam.
But what does that matter? I don't get it. What
She sat there and she just
said it was
it's
new.
a new company. She said it's a new company.
She
never heard of
company.
It's got to be
Yeah.
No, she meant like a new, like they've never bought shirts from them before. That's what she's trying to say. She's like, we never worked with them when I
thought she was saying it's a new. Okay.
wore typically the same t-shirts
wore
that
like
the
the
student
same shirts as everybody else. Well, you've been gone for years, and the boys decided to get a little nicer premium shirts for themselves.
See, I was in conspiracy mode, and I thought she meant that it was a new company, as in like, oh, very sus. They just started up a new company out of nowhere for these shirts, almost as if it's an explosive shirt company. I had my conspiracy weed brain on for that one, I guess.
Carhartt logo. It's got a Carhartt logo. It's pretty suspicious. A car shaped as a heart came into me in my dream last night, and I think it might mean something. That's a good one. Or Carhartt. Did you pronounce it wrong? Carhartt. Okay. What else do we got? I got so much more.
Charlie came to me in my dreams, and he's just said the word Carhartt, and I knew I was onto something, and now I can't let it go. Oh, dude, that guy. Wait. Hold on. Let's
I'm doing an impression of him doing an impression of Candace.
Obviously, we're all.
I like that.
Let's go, though. Let's watch a little bit. I have to pull up a few more tabs that I got in my book.
All right, you guys, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. As you all know, I was on vacation, grieving. I was grieving. Obviously, we're all watching this circus, this sham of a trial, of a court trial going on. As all of you know, the court slop is rolling out, and we are going to triple down in our pursuit of the truth. Let's just take a look at some of the footage from the trial, some of which I found very interesting, okay? Very interesting. Let's take a look at the judge's reaction to Charlie's assassination, and if you look very closely, you find...
You know what I noticed, too? Ian Carroll mimics her in the way he does his conspiracy videos. Same type of thing. He'll play something and he'll kind of like do the face. It's a lot about the faces. So much of communication and confidence is the nonverbal.
That's how people are. You just pick up the people that are around you, right? Like you just pick up their way of talking and their way, like that is how it kind of works, right? It's just in this modern time of internet, that's like kind of weird since we all kind of talk and act, generally the same. When before, like, the further back in time you go, you could tell if someone was an Athenian or a Spartan. Those are just two towns, down the street from each other in comparison to the rest of the world, right? So, the more globalized the world's become, the less we see this. And, that's always been part of this, you know what I mean? Or part of the human experience is like, extreme regionalism.
And something very interesting. It's very interesting. Let's take a look.
We need to do an early life check on Carhartt, guys. We need to dig into it. Leave no stone unturned. Carhartt.
As you can see, he's watching, and up, there it is. Of course, the Zionist Mafia is saying that he was shocked when he watched this, that he suddenly blinked, but that looked like a wink to me. Who is the judge winking at? When, as he's watching the tape, he's winking. Who's he winking at? Who's he winking at? Who is the judge coordinating with in this video? Brian Harple? Frank Turek? Who are you winking at? Who are you winking at? Like, I got you. I find it very interesting where he was when Charlie was shot. When he found out, he said he was in the shower. In the shower. Really, Jeremy? Why would you be in the shower?
All right, enough of him. Not very good. Too long, too. Too long of a...
Not to beat the dead horse about what I was saying at the end of this.
Okay, hold on. This is another one of the orbiters. They think Charlie Kirk is alive and living in a secluded compound in New Zealand.
All I ever do is I just retreat. It's actually like a 10-acre retreat. It's near Goat Island. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, if I'm right and Charlie's alive and he's at a compound because like, okay, all I ever do is I just go, what would I do? It's like self-sustaining, solar-powered compound with all of the things to where if the rest of the world ceased to exist, we're solid and we're good forever. Right here, that's what I would build. That's where I'd be. And if that is where he's at, but that's in New Zealand, that makes me extremely concerned. I would feel much better if he was in Montana, because I'd be like, why the fuck aren't you in Montana, dude? Right? Like, what do you know that I don't know? Why are you, you know what I mean? No one's going to find you in Montana either, or no one's going to find you in like deep Colorado. Why are you there? It's like, you know, if the answer is nuclear war, I'd be like, God damn it, I got to get out of here, man. I got to move to Argentina.
Real serious stuff, guys. Okay, so Candace cherry picks and mischaracterized the testimony by the ATF expert, and then she cuts away right before she would have debunked what Candace was saying.
DNA expert's testimony into proof that Tyler Robinson couldn't possibly be the shooter.
Tyler Robinson, despite all of these prints on the gun, Tyler Robinson's DNA was the most degraded. And take a listen to her say that.
What you term the major profile have the largest amount of degradation in that sample?
There was, yes.
That is an absolute bombshell. It does not seem to me that DNA would suddenly degrade immediately after someone shoots a person, jumps off a rooftop, and tosses the gun into a nearby bush. It's not possible.
And here's the part that Candace conveniently leaves out. Almost immediately after the clip she shows, the defense asks the obvious follow-up question. You can't tell us anything about when the DNA was deposited on the gun.
None of the testing in any of the three reports can answer the question of how and when DNA got deposited. Is that true?
That is true.
Just 2 days prior in court, the FBI's DNA expert clearly laid out that DNA degradation can be caused by a range of factors, including heat, humidity, and all sorts of environmental factors.
Degradation, seeing degradation in a sample could lend me to believe that there may be, that sample may have been subjected to cleaning or high heat an extended period of time. So I can't tell why an item is degraded.
And here's the biggest problem with Candace's argument. Nowhere in the ATF's DNA expert's testimony does she say that Tyler Robinson's DNA was too degraded to be able to identify, or that the degradation ruled him out as the shooter. In fact, the opposite happened. Despite observing signs of degradation, she testified that the DNA was at least 1 trillion times more likely to have originated from Tyler Robinson as the major contributor.
The likelihood ratio that you analyzed in this question in calculation number 3.
For this exhibit, the DNA profile was at least 1 trillion times more likely if it originated from Tyler Robinson as the major component and 3 unknown unrelated individuals than if it originated from 4 unrelated individuals.
You say at least 1 trillion times more likely. So it could be a much higher number than 1 trillion. Is that accurate?
It's possible.
That's a part of the testimony that Candace doesn't want her audience to hear. And that's why you see her panicking, quickly telling her producer to cut it off.
The likelihood ratio that you analyzed in this question in calculation number 3.
I don't think we need this.
The DNA profile was at least.
That's wild.
So you heard her say that.
Hold on. Let's see the rest of what she said.
The DNA profile was at least one.
Okay, so you heard her say that his was the most degraded.
Candace Owens is doing what she always does, cherry picking, mischaracterizing, and just making crap up.
Dude, that's so bad.
Yo, has any body language expert done an analysis on all of the eye movement that just happened before that?
The likelihood
That would be a good video.
ratio that you analyzed in this question in calculation number 3.
I don't think we need this.
The DNA profile.
We don't need where she says that it's a trillion times she knows that it's Tyler's. She's going to stick
And
with
she
the degraded
fully
parts
eats both of her
only.
lips too. Then she just sticks both of her lips down in her mouth and eats those lips because she knows she's fucking being deceptive.
Was at least one.
Okay.
Busted. That's what they do too. No, I can't believe she says no evidence. There's so much evidence on camera everywhere. Said he did it, confessed. The DNA, the car there. He's gonna probably plead guilty and ask for just life in prison instead of the death penalty. All right, let's see Tucker shilling.
So why do people like Candace so much? Because they sense in her, she might be wrong. Is she lying to me? Not on purpose. They sense the purity of her intent.
Wrong.
That's the truth.
That sounds like that's Owen Benjamin's cop out. Oh, I might be wrong, but I'm not lying.
Your good friend Candace Owens has been putting out some pretty wacko stuff, I would say, would be my opinion on the death of Charlie. It's not helpful, is it, that, at that time of an incredible national upheaval, and obviously personal and familial family tragedy, to have someone like that suggesting that there are darker forces at play here that the US government would have a hand in covering up. Can you see why people get upset by that and would like you perhaps to sort of distance yourself from that sort of thing?
Pretty funny. So am I going to attack Candace Owens because you think
I'm not asking you to attack her.
I'm not going to do that, Harry.
Candace Owens, I've known a long time. I love Candace Owens. Anybody who is...
I don't understand why he thinks that's funny. It's like Candace is obviously leading some huge thing against Charlie's wife. Is Tucker friends with Charlie? You think Charlie would want his friend Tucker to say, "Hey, Candace, shut up, you're retarded. Leave Erica alone"? But he laughs. He laughs like it's a preposterous thing to say.
Earnestly searching for the truth, whether they're right or wrong, but as long as they're motivated by a desire to find out what happened and therefore honor Charlie's memory by getting to justice, anyone who's doing that, I'm not going to criticize. Again, no matter what track they're on.
Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk's assassination, conspiracy theory. What's your take?
And I don't think we should be intimidated out of asking those questions. Those are not unpatriotic questions. Those are questions that I think, express our reverence for Charlie Kirk. This is a way to honor him.
So I have said from the beginning, if you don't like what Candace Owens is saying, why don't you call her and offer a more plausible explanation for what happened? Oh, she's bad. She's bad.
Yeah, as if nobody's given a plausible explanation. A leftist got on a roof and shot him. That's the plausible explanation. What is he even talking about? Can you guys believe that he just said that?
I don't understand how he always gets away with this, where he just feigns ignorance on what he's taught. I don't understand how people don't see through this immediately. I don't
understand what his motivations are. Why is he so connected to Candace? It doesn't make sense.
Russia.
Okay. I like her a lot. I don't think she's bad, but I love her actually.
Charlie Kirk is months ago now, and to this day, I think the most Americans still feel like we don't have an honest set of answers.
There's been almost no pressure on.
Did he say most Americans think that we don't have answers? Because I'm pretty sure like Candace's 7 million followers is not most of America. Most of America definitely thinks it's the guy that's on trial that's about to go to prison that did it. And thinks it shows like the bubble that people like Ian Carroll maybe are living in, to think that most of America thinks that.
Most people don't give a shit, actually.
No, the average person thinks you're a dumb pizza boy and Candace is a spiteful lunatic grifter. That's actually what most people think.
To cough up the freaking facts and to tell a story that makes sense, that's got internal coherence, that like, oh, that makes sense. Like, I get it.
Exactly.
I don't know many of the details, but I know that recently Candace said that Egyptian registered aircraft were following Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, around for a number of years in different places in the world. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard, and I just want to say that is factually true.
Wow. Factually true. How'd that age? Look at that, like with such confidence.
That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard, and I just want to say that is factually true.
He could look right in your eyes and lie to you. Say he knows that's a fact for sure. For years they were following him. Charlie apparently, just turned against Israel recently, but for years the Egyptian planes were following just in case Charlie got out of line for the assassination, as if they would need planes to follow her for years. I got to find the clip. I was asking Grok to find it where Candace says it's a God thing. God told her that the Egyptian planes is the key to all of it.
And it also her claim that, there were kind of a disproportionately large number of foreign registered cell phones at the event. I want to believe it was a lone gunman who was a tranny or something. I want to believe that.
That is a lot better of an answer, a lot more comfortable.
100%. I want that. By the way, I'm a middle-aged man.
Ian goes for the uncomfortable, dude. They want to think there's baby-eating synagogue of Satan, demons running everywhere. They didn't do it.
I'm a
It's crazy too how Ian was like literally day one. The body wasn't even cold yet, and Ian was already getting like over 100,000 likes saying that Israel, all the internet knows that Israel did it.
For me, I don't want to believe anything other than what they tell me, but they've made it impossible for me.
Charlie Kirk was murdered.
Yeah.
And he was not murdered for his opinions on transgenderism, obviously. He was, I believe, and most people who knew him well, as I did.
What do you mean, obviously?
Yeah. Seriously.
Dude, what is that? How did they get away with this? How are you going to say obviously about that?
Yeah, he was pretty obvious to me that
trannies
trannies are shooting right-wingers. We've seen it quite a bit, actually. They were celebrating it after the fact also, all of them.
And you can also let's just for a second pretend, maybe it wasn't Robinson or maybe it wasn't motivated by all that other stuff. You can't say obviously about it. You would say, now I know this is going to be crazy, what I'm about to say here, but actually it had nothing to do with the trans thing. Right? Like if you're being honest, that's how and you're trying to convince people and you actually have arguments and ideas. That's how you present that idea. You don't present the idea with, well, obviously it had nothing to do with the trans.
He was killed because of his views on Israel, then why aren't you just coming out and saying that Israel did it then? Man up and say what you really want to say, not this coded like roundabout way of pussyfooting around it. Right?
You know who else talks like this is JD Vance.
I never
it actually
said
makes
such a
sense.
thing.
It makes sense that they're best friends or they're friends or whatever. I was just watching some of the Joe Rogan, JD Vance interview, and I really noticed while I was watching that he talks and acts just like Tucker, constantly like couching his language, constantly like trying to distance himself from what he's about to say, while at the same time like aping that. Like it's frustrating how they both do this thing where they won't just say what they think with their whole chest.
I finally found this. I was looking all over for that.
Wow, that's great. That's hilarious.
Obviously, he wasn't killed by a tranny. It's like, no, actually, that's pretty obvious that he was. Oh, it was because it was. Everyone knows it was because of his views on Israel, his mild critiques on Israel.
Obviously, he was, I believe, and most people who knew him well, as I did, and was friends with him as I was, believe he was most likely murdered for his evolving views on Israel.
Another lie too. Oh yeah, all of his closest friends, his wife, everybody that knew him and in his company, they all thought it was Israel did it. Like, who is he gaslighting right now? Why did Ian do the same thing too? Everybody
when was that
believes
from?
it.
When was that from right there?
Was that
from
just
this
a few
week?
weeks ago, I think, actually.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a month ago.
I'm just trying to. If it was it before or after we had the bullet casings? Because to me, the bullet casings thing is like kind of the deal sealer here. Maybe that, Carlin. Do you know about the bullets? Like, do you understand how big of a deal that is?
Soft
no.
point.
Explain.
Okay,
please.
so Carlin, you have the argument that he's not like a leftist, and I would say to you, like, I absolutely agree with you that he's not part of the subculture that you cover for sure. He's like a poser, is what I would say, but he is motivated by those people. Like a poser of a group of goths is still motivated by the goths and the goth music and things like that, even though they suck at it. And he literally wrote Bella Ciao on his bullet. That is the anti-fascist international anthem. I agree, total LARP fest, okay? But if I were to do that, an assassination, and wrote like a Hitler quote on my bullet, everyone would say I'm motivated by Hitler, even if I'm a LARPer.
Well, real leftists don't do that, though. They don't do that.
I mean, okay, I get it. That's why I'm telling you he's a poser.
So it's not even a LARP. Like, what is he copying? Who is he copying? Do you know who does do stuff like that?
Wait. What do you mean?
Whatever this, the other tranny shooters that are in a weird subculture that I don't think has been fully identified or explored. That's who does stuff like that. It's not actual queer Marxists. Yeah. So he's part of a different subculture. This is my point.
He was in some other subculture.
That's what a poser is, though. That's what a poser is.
I don't think they're poser. I think they just have a different subculture. I think they have their own norms.
Yeah, gay for
I don't think, but it's not leftist. It's not leftist. I'll tell you that.
Okay, how can you possibly tell me that somebody writing the anti-fascist anthem on their bullets is not part of the broader left?
Because weird, mentally ill people make weird, mentally ill subcultures, Amalek. It is not part of the far left. I have never seen them do something like that.
Wait, hold on. You keep changing the categories. I am not saying he's part of the far left.
I'm not the one changing the categories. You're the one
you just
changing
did.
You're conflating the categories.
No. I'm not saying he's a member of the far left. Hold on. I'm not saying he's part of the far left. And then you said, well, that means he's not part of the far left. I'm not saying he is. That's what I just said to you. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying he's part of the broader left. I agree. He's not part of the culture that you cover.
This is my point. Yes, and the subculture that he is a part of is not part of the far left, like at all in any way.
Okay, right, but it is part of the broader left, correct?
No, it's not. I don't think
yes,
it is.
That's insane.
I
1000%
disagree.
Insane opinion.
Because half of the time they're taking shit from Fortune.
Carlin, he literally wrote Bella Ciao.
Half of the time they're taking shit from fucking Fortune.
Carlin, he literally wrote the anti-fascist anthem on
real
the bullet.
Leftists don't do that shit.
What do you mean, real leftists? Go read about the Spanish Civil War. They were writing that shit on their bullets all the time. I don't give a fuck about. Is that today or was that what? How many years ago was that? How many years? You want to talk about Carhartt being 130 years old? Carlin, he's literally LARPing
what year was the Spanish Civil War?
He was literally 1936. Or 1936. Listen, back when he's when he's doing it, he's LARPing as those people from back then. So listen, the people that you're covering. Yes, they're like the big, part of this subculture. They have their own thing. They're doing their own thing. He had nothing to do with those people for sure, 100%. However, they, just like Christians and Jews today, they both trace their origins back to Second Temple Judaism, okay? And both the Antifa communists of today
they don't know that.
Can I just finish this? And the left the anti-fascist of today and can you follow what I'm saying? Because you just totally missed what I'm saying. The anti-fascists of today and the left-wing liberals. Okay, the anti-fascists of today and the left-wing liberals both share a common origin ideology of old school Spanish Civil War, World War II and World War I anti-fascism, okay? That's not to say that they're both the same subculture or anything like that, but they share an origin, and that part of his like extreme autistic, retarded left-wing ideology, that is still part of the broader left.
Amalek, do you know that there is a picture of me on Instagram where I'm wearing a communist shirt with a hammer and sickle on it? Do you know why I was wearing that shirt? Because I was trolling my husband. And so, like, all I'm saying is people do things that if you look at them in a certain context, like people have taken that photo and said, oh, look, Carlin was a communist. I was never a fucking communist. I was trolling my fucking husband with a picture.
This is incredible cope.
I don't, but I'm saying that, like,
this is like level
people
12
sometimes do things when you take it out of context, it looks like a different thing. I don't
we have
agree that
messages
he was on
of
the
him
left.
saying that he
I
did
think
it
he was a
because of-
mentally ill person that was
So
probably
crazy.
dabbling in different extremist subcultures because he was a
extreme
mentally ill
leftist.
person.
Yeah, extreme.
And well, he was also dabbling with stuff with the right too, as all of these tranny killers have
There's
been.
absolutely no possible way that you could not understand what I'm saying, and you're just totally memeing around it.
No, I am 100%.
All right, let's
I know
move
you
on.
think
I know you think I'm
play fighting. I'm not. I'm 100% serious with what I'm saying.
We all
but I
agree
think it's
he
fun.
wasn't like a typical like hardcore Antifa leftist like or communist that Carlin exposes. We already said established that.
It's spectacular.
But I mean, isn't it important to say that there's a new subculture? Jeez.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. It's not what it's not the left. It's something else, something different.
They're still on the left, but yes, not.
I don't agree. I don't think we have evidence they're on the left, but okay.
And, you know, questioning the.
Unhelpful to whom? I'm not referring specifically to Candace Owens or anyone else, but like, what is it? What are you even talking about? Why is that unhelpful? Do I trust Candace more than I trust your average DOJ official? Are you joking?
Why did Charlie think he was a time traveler? Is that just something people are saying to their homies in text messages? What is this? What is reality, actually?
Candace or your average DOJ official? Opposite ends of the spectrum.
Dude, Candace thinks dinosaurs are fake and the Book of Enoch is real and the earth is flat and doesn't know that thunder comes from lightning. And Tucker's like, she's so smart. I love her. I trust her more than all the government, of course. All right, you guys ready to get deep? DNA evidence. Tucker's new interview, he thinks Tyler is the shooter, but that Israel was in the chat group convincing him to shoot Charlie. So we've evolved.
You know, it is possible to identify. This is just a fact, okay? Anyone who says it's not a fact is lying or ignorant. It is absolutely possible to identify borderline personalities online using algorithms and identify them in the comment section, for example, and encourage them to commit assassinations, So that clearly that happens. And so all this talk about, you know, did Tyler Robinson do it or whatever is not, okay, I'm sure he did. That's not really the question. Right. Was anyone else involved is the question. And to watch a bunch of people I know and like, and they've all been sucked into this kind of prima facie meaningless conversation or debate over whether he did it. I'll grant that. I mean, I don't know. There hasn't been a trial yet, but like, wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm certainly not emotionally invested in claiming Tyler Robinson didn't do it. I'll tell you that. What I am emotionally invested in is finding out what the full scope of what happened. And right. So the question is, was anyone else involved? That's not a difficult question to answer. And it's not a difficult line of inquiry to pursue. It's not being pursued. And so
wait. How does he know that he doesn't think the feds like looked into the chat groups and tried to track down if there's any other accomplices? Of course they did that. This is just like Candace saying Lance Twiggs wasn't questioned. He must be a Fed because he wasn't questioned. Tucker just says like, oh, they're not asking questions. They're not investigating.
Dude, imagine that. Think about this. Charlie like went to bat so hard for Tucker, dude. Like he basically put his entire company on the line and fought with all these people. And you know what I mean? Like we all watch that happen. Like that's their best, you know, evidence that, you know, in some way that Charlie might have been turning on them or anything like that, just because of like, you know, the way he behaved with Tucker. And now like Charlie's dead. Like look how Tucker's behaving. Like what an asshole. What a two-faced bitch he is, right?
He's a
I have a right to be.
He does the same thing with Nick too.
Which I am. I'm enraged as a friend of the person who was murdered. I am. I feel that way with the Butler assassination.
Yeah.
So, Okay, first of all, let me just say, as a factual matter, it is easier than ever to inspire crazy people to commit assassinations without them knowing why they're doing it.
Charlie Kirk was murdered.
Yeah.
And he was not murdered for his opinions on transgenderism, obviously. He was, I believe, most likely murdered for his...
I feel like... Did you guys hear how he asked his boyfriend for the Dremel so he could carve on the bullets, and then he told him he was going hunting? Does anybody know how long before the assassination that happened and that he carved those things on?
I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I saw it there was, when I first saw it. Yeah, maybe.
You guys want to hear a little bit of what Nick has to say about the conspiracies, the latest?
Oh, you're gonna love this.
This
is gonna make your
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like this is the one. Okay, this is gonna make you go up and down. This is gonna be a roller coaster of a clip for you, Adam.
It's 8 minutes. I don't know if I'm ready to do all this. Actually.
I include every single part for you. This clip was for you. I literally made this clip just for you. Okay. I don't even care that anybody else liked it.
This is actually the clearest cut case I've ever seen of mass psychosis and mass hysteria. This is groupthink. That's all that is. It's not like there's any new evidence today that we didn't have on September 10th from the conspiracy side. None of that stuff ever really made any sense. None of that stuff ever really added up. All this stuff about, 30-06 would never do that. Why would they repave the grass? Well, actually, it turns out bullets do weird things. And if it was a soft point round, which is very common, 16 out of 17 variations of a 30-07 from Remington are soft point bullets that are designed to fragment upon impact. In other words, not to go straight through. That never made any sense. Why would they pave over right away? I don't know. Maybe it's traumatizing to have a corpse with all its blood pouring out in the grass when people are trying to go to class at their university.
Yeah, they found the gun. They knew where he got shot. They investigated the area maybe over 1 or 2 days. They say it's clear. They go, okay, are we going to hose this off? Are we going to pour bleach on it? Are we going to dig it up and repave it and put down a memorial or something here?
Meanwhile...
Yeah,
Carlin, you see up in Maine, right? The leftists are complaining that there's blood in the streets. Nobody washed it away, right? Like this is such
like a biohazard.
Yeah, it's just basic. It's just like basic, like I don't know, crime scene, like the life cycle of a crime scene.
Yeah, they know he was shot. They found the gun.
Do they expect it just in perpetuity until time ends, until Jesus comes back and brings us all to heaven? We're supposed to just keep that spot where he died sacred and holy, and no one's ever allowed to touch it.
Yeah, even if they didn't pave it over and say they just cleaned it, they would say oh, they cleared up the spot, they cleaned away, they used the leaf blower and blew away the shards of the road mic. They would just say something else.
And it's also it's on the premise of the idea that the true crime happened down on the ground where Charlie was, or that there's something fishy about what happened with Charlie. The crime happened up on the roof, idiots. The guy shot from the roof. Why would they need to continue to have that whole area cordoned off for
they didn't need to test if the DNA if it was really Charlie's blood in the grass.
Yeah. Everyone knows what happened there. Everyone saw that was there. What exactly is the purpose, the utility in keeping it around for the purpose of the case?
Yeah,
people that think it's suspicious. Yeah. People that think it's suspicious have not really thought through the second and third order of what that means. It doesn't make any sense. It's very stupid thinking.
But like I said yesterday, the reason that it got to that fever pitch and to that level, think about the context. What was the mood of the moment in September of last year? It was this overwhelming discussion about Israel and Israel's influence. The war in Iran, the Epstein file cover-up, and then it was the Charlie Kirk assassination. Am I wrong? And what's interesting about it is that, look, the Israel lobby surrounded Turning Point for years. The Israel lobby surrounded the Trump administration for years. When Trump got elected in 2024, Candace Owens supported him. Tucker Carlson supported him. Ian Carroll supported him.
True.
Think about this. In 2024, 2 years ago, Nikki Haley endorsed Trump. Miriam Adelson gave Trump $100 million. Trump said he would destroy Iran if elected. It was reported.
Who was talking about that?
Bank if he got
Who was talking about that, Nick? Exactly. Nick was calling you and us. They're calling us shills or what? Because we weren't supporting Donald Trump anymore.
Jew and a Fed because I say Trump's a Zionist.
Yeah,
Jesus
because
is
Adelson's
Jewish.
giving him money, and he's trying to get us to go to war with Iran, and they're trying to like
there's
make.
Russian network shills all over the place too.
Yeah, like I'm glad that he's moved to this position, but isn't it so funny how like he's like? I mean, I get it. If you just started paying attention to October 7th, I get how people could see this and understand like, oh yeah, Nick's totally right, and he totally like, you know, he was the first one. But you know, it would be nice to have like
Nick discovered the Jews.
Yeah, right. Like it is kind of funny how like they totally missed the whole like prequel trilogy or something, right?
To the Ohel. Do you know what the Ohel is? That's the grave of the Lubavitcher Rebbe in Brooklyn, New York, who the Jews believe is the Messiah. He's the seventh
Are we going to
dynastic
get just
leader
a whole? I don't want to.
Lubavitchers.
That's fine. That's fine.
If he's not talking about Candace anymore.
Starting
Oh no, he's talking about the. I mean, he's just talking about the Kirk killing in general.
To like
All right,
prevent
here's
Tucker from,
more.
Is it possible that a radical left-wing, autistic hick liberal, with a transgender boyfriend into a lot of weird porn, fetish, sex stuff?
Hick liberal. Are you okay with that classification, Carlin? Is that approved?
I'm totally fine with that classification as long as you're not classifying him as a radical leftist, which Nick is obviously and clearly wrong about that.
Did he say radical leftist? Did I
Yes,
just miss
he
that?
did, and I almost sent him a sternly worded text message about that, but I refrained.
I'm going to
smart.
I'm about to just tweet out like and tag Nick and just like argue in favor that you're right or that you're wrong, Carlin. Just publicly just say you're wrong.
Yeah,
that's
Nick's
what I'm about
right.
to do.
Carlin's wrong.
Nick is totally right.
Wrong for months.
You're just totally wrong about
Starting
this.
in brave, Emily.
Well, I didn't know about the Bella. I thought you had like a decent argument till like the bullet casing came out, and that like just the fact that it had the Bella Ciao stuff, like it is not a like I don't know, like that's
Didn't
crazy.
somebody
to
else
even
write
say
that
it's-
on a casing too?
Yes, that was on the
one of the other trannies. This is what I'm saying. It's part of this different subculture.
No, also Luigi Mannioni was doing that shit. He was I don't remember his relationship to that.
Yes, it's part of this different subculture.
Okay, well to say that he's not motivated by the left is insanity.
Carlin, I'm going to tag you and retweet this right now. By the way.
Okay.
We need more viewers. We got a big celebrity in here.
Oh good.
She's been on Fox News, guys, and like all the big people have her.
Oh, that's true. Wait, Adam, I've heard
unless,
it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't it? Hold on, real quick. Part of that clip, the Rebbe stuff. I mean, this is the thing because you
I've heard him
cover
talk
this
about
stuff
that
so
stuff
much.
before, though.
I get it, but do you understand? Like he's literally talking about the coverage that you. I mean, you were the only one covering that like that when that was going on. You know that, right? Like, I mean,
when
there
Trump
was
visited the Rebbe, everybody covered that.
Dude, okay, in the way that he's describing it right now, with they're Ben Shapiro locking arms and the whole thing, dude. No, they were all covering
What's the
for
point of him
this.
saying all this? Like he's just saying Trump was always a Zionist. What does that have to do with Charlie Kirk, though? All right, hold on. Let's
he's
just
saying
hear
the same thing we
Candace part.
say.
24 election trying to kill me. That's the pattern it fit. So when you're looking at September 10th, what really happened? Is it possible that a radical left-wing, autistic hick liberal with a transgender boyfriend into a lot of weird porn, fetish, sex stuff on Discord, maybe involved in some local cell, got his grandpa's gun, inspired by Luigi Mangione, inspired by Thomas Crooks, seeking infamy, a kid, and killed Charlie Kirk? Does that make more sense? Or does it make more sense that Israel killed him to like prevent Tucker from speaking at AmFest?
And then he dies, and then Tucker still hosts the show of Charlie Kirk that week and speaks at his memorial. So much for that theory.
Israel killed Charlie Kirk, of all people, the last guy defending them, because he was the only one that could stop a war in Iran. Doesn't even make any sense. But that's what people wanted to believe.
It doesn't make any sense also because I showed his tweets when Trump bombed Iran in 2025, and he supported it. He supported the invasion.
And Carlin need to just bang already.
Yeah, they got a lot of something going on, a lot of sexual tension over there or something. I don't know what the deal is. She's married. She should settle down. Settle down, Carlin.
Hey, Zeke in the chat, you should contemplate and you should actually, I won't even say it. You should just fuck off forever. You're a fucking idiot. Imagine calling what we're doing an operation. Oh, Adam is right about the Jesus stuff and
Did
all
he
the
call
other
us
things.
an operation, or he said the Charlie Kirk thing was an operation?
Oh, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. He's saying that Kirk, it's fishy and all this other stuff. He's saying this whole thing is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You're an idiot. You have no evidence. Make an argument. And if you talk shit about my mom one more time, I'm going to find you and fuck you up.
Zeke says, Tyler won't make it to trial. Can't have the evidence come to trial. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that. I'm bookmarking and screenshotting all of their tweets about it. And when he goes to trial and then goes to prison, I'm going to say, look, wrong again. And it won't matter, and everybody will still listen to them on their new lie.
Stupid bitch Zeke. Yeah. Coping freak. Worthless loser, adds no value to this planet.
So I wanted to highlight.
Let's go ahead and get your genes out of my fucking gene pool.
People are complaining about blurry photos and like saying the security camera sucks. That's part of the conspiracy too. Mossad put in the bad security cameras so that we wouldn't recognize the decoys in the maroon shirts. So they gave us blurry footage. But yeah, so what we're seeing right now, and I bet after the trial, all the originals will be put out on the internet in higher quality, is a camera recording a screen, a camera that doesn't have very good resolution, as you can see even across the screen how blurry just this guy's shirt is. So it's adding a bunch of blur to us filming the clip that's on this TV screen on the monitor across the room. At an angle too, at a big angle.
On all screens.
And then they
believe you
zoom in
recognize
on
who
it,
that person is.
and we see this.
Who is that?
I believe that's Tyler Robinson.
All right.
It's bothering me. Everybody's complaining about, and I see these guys like Stu Peters and others, they're posting things that they're adding more blur to. Candace for months said he wasn't there. He's clearly there. He's in the courtroom. The mom said, yeah,
but he's wearing a maroon shirt. He's wearing a maroon shirt. Though,
he heads out of
you know about the maroon shirts, don't you?
At that time, he makes
he's doing his limp too. When he's got the gun and he's going up to do the shot, right? Not the other times. Do you see what they're even complaining about the limp? They go, look, his limp. First he's limping one leg, then he's changing the other. No, when you go up the stairs, it's one way. Wait, no, he doesn't leave with the gun, though, down the other stairs. Anyway, they're bullshitting. It's different.
Contact with...
Yeah, Mossad, the decoy forgot to fake limp with the right leg. That makes a lot of sense.
Some representatives from TPUSA.
It's like...
By quad area...
Sorry, the amphitheater is...
This is what I wanted to show you guys.
Then...
Not this one. This. They're all complaining about the shots, the video. I don't know why none of these are opening. The video of him taking the shot. Here he is with the limp.
Again, he seems to be having issues walking.
The other one, I'm sure you've seen this, Carlin. When he's dressed like this, they're all sharing. When it first happened, before he turned himself in, we had these photos, and then they posted them, and then people used AI to try to make his face appear more clear. And then
and then they said it wasn't him.
Well, they still share that today, and they go, look at the side by side. It's not the same guy when that was AI altered from the beginning. And it's been 10 months, and people still haven't figured this out.
It's crazy to me that there people are like they think, oh, he switched his leg, so that's evidence. Oh, he must have forgot. He must have forgot which leg he had. Yeah, he's faking limping. What are we talking about? He's trying to conceal something.
He's got it.
That's what I mean.
Yes, we were able to.
That's what I mean. It's a fake limp to conceal. It's so stupid.
He comes up around Campus Drive, as you can see on the video here. There's a cut through there north of the Losi building, and that's Mr. Robinson coming up the sidewalk. He has the noticeable gait or limp in his walk.
They're like decoy. Look at how clear this
to his own son following the. Then I think it was so telling.
Look at how much better this looks than what we saw.
Hallie, that phone call from the father to his own son following the. Then I think it was so telling.
He turned himself in and confessed to his parents and confessed to his boyfriend, and he's not in court saying, I'm being set up, it's a patsy. What else do we need to say? Like, why are they still conspiracizing about anything?
In fact,
what the hell? Who starts the clip
In
with
fact,
5 seconds of
according
darkness?
to my source, Tyler has never even stepped foot on UVU campus. I'm getting the sense that they had multiple Tyler Robinson look very easy to conspiracy theory.
Okay, what else do we got here? Okay, look at this. Project Constitution.
Building.
All right. Look at this quality. It's so bad because this is the recording in the courtroom. Even close-up stuff is super blurry. So, of course, far away is going to be blurry. And still, you can see the dude
And again, in the
running
top
over.
left corner, the individual is now seen running across the rooftop of the Odysee building to what would be the southwest corner of the building.
Getting down. I just saw him bend over.
Crouching down and then crawling to the corner of the building.
And this
Where? And it's like, who cares if they're saying it's blurry? If they're going to fake it, they're going to... Why wouldn't they fake it with, like, good footage? That's another question. None of these theories even make any sense. Or what are they saying? Like, oh, you can't tell that that's Tyler? Like, we saw him in the stairwell walking up a second ago and driving his car in. Oh, it could be somebody else. It's not really him. It's just a decoy, and really the road mic blew up, and they just had to put somebody and get him on camera there so you believed it. Also, nobody's pretending like you can identify that that's Tyler from this far away. Maybe because of the clothing or just like the general appearance, but you shouldn't expect something that far away to have a clear shot of the face.
What time?
Around 12:23. I think the timestamp on the video is 12:20.
Okay, so look at how blurry that one is, and then look at how clear this one is. This is probably way better than what they saw in court. Look at how good this is, even with the zoom, too. See, he was just running right there. So just a few seconds before this is what they saw, but watch this. It zooms in even further. So what I think they showed them in court that everybody's making a big fuss about is this angle. Watch how it zooms in. Look how much closer it's able to zoom in. So it's zoomed in this much, but facing the other side over here where he runs away. What else could you ask for? You see him running over,
That's the thing.
crouching down, and taking the shot.
I mean, before, like, would these people have believed in anybody committing any crime in any trial for all of history before, like, what, the 2010s when we had like cameras everywhere? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like
They're
more
like, oh,
evidence
you
for an
can't see him,
assassination
you
than
can't see
anything.
his face and his
Yeah.
finger pulling the trigger and the bullet coming out, so we can't charge him.
Yeah, it's insane.
Is this blurry photo? And by the way, remember that this is going to be even better. I'm zooming in. When they zoom in all the way, like they did when they were looking at the other angle when he jumped off the roof, you're going to be able to see it. Not incredibly clear. Maybe they overhyped how clear it was a little bit, but you can still like make out what's happening. And they're just like, oh, but how do we know that's really Tyler? It's like, you're really still doing this? Look at how clear this is. The other side. Maybe because they got him walking up the stairwell right before this. Maybe because they got him earlier in the day casing the spot out. Oh, he must be a IDF soldier to jump off the roof like that. Like Spider-Man. You can also see the thing in the towel he's holding. All right. So that's more likely what we can expect. Which we've had this since like the first week that it happened. They showed us him jumping off the roof. Jack says you can see him take the shot. Show us, says Lionel. Oh, they community noted this with the video that was out of context of them saying, no, that's in this exhibit, there's no close-up of him taking the shot because the judge didn't want to show that publicly to the world, only to the courtroom. He doesn't want to mess up the jury, I guess. Is that what it is? Or it's too graphic?
It's all not wanting to mess with the jury. I mean, the case isn't until I think it's September or August. I think it's September or August. So yeah, that's the whole thing. They still got to do jury selection and all this other stuff. And like,
look at
imagine
how
that
much
right now.
blurrier this is. So they're all showing this like, oh, it's so blurry. What a
Yeah,
joke.
it's
But
so
it's
dumb.
obviously going to be way clearer than that.
Also, so imagine this. Imagine if right now they literally showed like a full high def, high res version of him taking the shot, right? Like like the best, most golden video you could possibly have. If they put that right now on the news, if you're the defense for Tyler Robinson, you just claim mistrial based on jury tampering, because there's literally no person that could possibly be on the jury that wouldn't see that video. Okay. So this is like basic try. I don't know what to tell people. Like, if you don't know about this, like, I don't know, go like this. I don't know. This is like in Law and Order and shit. Like, I don't understand how people don't understand.
So instead
this is
of them
very
admitting,
basic
sorry,
law.
we're wrong.
Like,
There's clearly the shooter. It's Tyler. We were wrong. He was on campus. Instead of doing that, now they're nitpicking that Jack Posobiec called it crystal clear 4K video where you could supposedly see Tyler's face, but it looks blurry. This, and then he posts this. This is so much
stupid.
blurrier than the other video we just looked at. Number one. Two, they're not saying it's 4K like you could see like the pimples and blackheads on his nose. The video is 4K, but zoomed in like many yards away. So yes, some blur is going to get in there, but when you have 4K, you're able to zoom and crop in a whole lot more, and it keeps some of the pixels because there's more pixels.
Can you imagine what would happen if like a Candace supporter got themselves on the jury and they managed to hide the fact that they bought into all of Candace's bullshit, and then they were
Hung
like
jury,
the one person that hung. Yeah.
Oh, and that's they've talked about that in the court. They talked about this already. Basically, they're afraid of that happening. That they want to ask I think what was going on, because it's hard to tell sometimes what they're going back and forth. They wanted to ask the question: do you think it's possible that Israel killed him? To the potential jurors to cancel people out that could possibly do that. So they're already
someone
aware.
could lie.
I know. I get it. I get it.
I would totally
understand.
say yes if I was in that jury pool. I'd be like, yeah, and I would just get eliminated. It'd be great.
Well, wait, what was the court case recently with the where all the black people said they were going to be racist, so they got kicked off the jury, and then all the black people complained. What was that?
Austin Metcalf. Yeah.
Austin Metcalf, right? I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, that was Austin Metcalf one.
Yeah. So this guy,
would be
Tactical,
like that.
Paramount Tactical, he says that this guy, Baron Coleman, is like got in trouble. He was a lawyer in Florida. He got in trouble, or the guy bragged about having some whisper campaign that messed with jury tampering or something, jury selection. And so that's kind of the thing that's going on right now. Here it is. Whisper campaign. Candace's top propagandist. This guy just popped up on the internet 8 months ago, already has hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube. He's made hundreds of thousands on YouTube and exclusively covering Charlie Kirk. It's like he's a lawyer that saw how popular it was with Candace and like hopped in the grift with her. Okay. And look at this. Oh, it's not a positive identification. We can't identify that it's him. Please. Besides his DNA on the gun, besides him walking up in the stairwell and driving his car in there. All right. Candace, are you convinced yet? Candace. Carlin. Sorry, get you guys mixed up.
I mean, like I said, I think he probably did it. I just like making Amalek mad.
Probably.
Well, that's the truth.
We're gonna
There
need
we
a
go.
certainty. We're gonna need a Candace disavow, actually.
We'll work on
Candace
that. We'll work
disavow.
on that.
What would it take?
I've already said that Candace is a narcissist and that she has me blocked on Twitter. What more do you want?
Look, they're all sharing this. This was the Candace girl that was in the courtroom. They're showing this. I showed you the video a second ago. It's the real raw footage is way more high quality than this. And they're all complaining. They're like, oh, what they showed in the courtroom is just this angle zoomed in. Yeah, that's what we suspected it was. That's what Jack Posobiec said it was also, by the way. He said, this is the angle. Look at Ian Carroll, the pizza boy, armchair lawyer. He says, hey, bud, show me a screenshot of Tyler Robinson taking the shot. Oh, you can't. Yeah, because that's not what the video showed at all. It showed an unidentified individual walking around. Wrong. Shows him going over to where the shot came from and getting down and crouching and jumping up right when the shot was taken and running away into the bushes. Almost 5,000 likes on this. Why is he's gaslighting that the video only has him walking around? Has him walking over to the spot and laying down and taking the shot. What do you mean? And on the roof, it showed a tiny whiff of pixels blowing in the breeze. It's way better than that, dude. You saw how they could zoom in when he jumped off the roof? They can zoom in on the other side just the same. On the original, it's going to be clear enough to see what's going on. Not clear enough to see the pimples on his face, like I said, but still clear enough. Prosecution explicitly said the video did not show the shot. He cannot get any more bad faith. That's the clip they're all sharing around that's referring only to one exhibit, a video in another exhibit. I can't believe I just see him said that. We'll play that clip too and show you them all lying about it. I know you guys are different time zone. If either of you got to go, just let me know whenever too.
I had to, wait. I was gonna ask you, Carlin. You're near the Canadian fires, right? Are you? Is that fucking you up there or no?
It's weird because like the sky is yellow everywhere. And so it's just like, it's really weird and eerie out, but it's not like bad. I was walking around outside all day in Boston today and it was fine, but it's just been like, it's like a horror movie. I'm like way further south, but it's so bad. I can't even breathe. And it gave me a headache all day. I couldn't, like it's like the worst thing ever. I couldn't even believe it. I feel like I'm in the actual like apocalypse from Revelation or something. Like, I don't know. I think it was worse. My head hurt all day. I think it was worse up here yesterday because Boston was like completely yellow yesterday, but I wasn't close to it, so I didn't get to experience it. I was wondering that. Okay, cool.
Look at how these people teamed up to try to community note him too. There is no footage of the shot being fired, only statements that shooter was in a sniper position and then ran away. Are they really bullshitting like this? No. Do they think that like they're going to see the bullet come out of the gun from that far away? Only statements. No, there's video of him in the sniper position. I could make it out with the terrible circumstances. They could make it out when it's zoomed in and in the courtroom way better. Look, Candace Owens, this is our daily reminder that the federal government hates us and thinks we are retarded. She shares this video. Look at this. They're all sharing this out completely out of context. Despite everybody correcting them that this was only talking about one specific video that wasn't zoomed in that they were about to play. They're such bullshitters.
Ms. Nestor, given that additional, is there any footage of the alleged shooting?
There is not, Judge.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
So they're like, see, there's no footage. So what's going on? TPUSA is lying. There's no footage of him taking the shot. They're talking about one specific video here that they're going to play. Can you guys believe this? This was their main cope. After being wrong about everything, this is what they double down on.
Ms. Nestor, given that additional information and anything further.
This clip is literally shared hundreds of times under that context, by the way.
I'd like to be crystal clear.
Candace just shared it. Look, 3,000 likes, which isn't very good for her. Oh, wait, no, that's the original. Hold on here. Hers has 24,000 likes. Look, Graham Allen, you are retarded. This was about a particular video. The judge wanted to make sure it wasn't showing any graphic footage before playing it in front of the court and the world at that moment. But you know that already. She's just lying.
Footage of...
There's no video of that. If there's any portion of this video that... I think I'd like to be crystal clear. You asked if there's any portion of this video that captures, and I believe you asked of the actual shooting. There's no video of that. There is video, however, and you've heard testimony related to this, where the shooter goes to the top of the Odysee building, goes out to the edge of the building, low crawls, and then leaves after what we assume is the shot being fired. That's as close as it gets.
And the court also recognizes Utah rule of evidence.
See, they got him on the roof, going to the spot, jumping up on the timestamp right after the shot happened. When it first happened, people in the crowd, everybody turned and looked towards the building where he was, where they heard the shot come from. So Candace Owens lies about that, 25,000 likes. Project Constitution shared that too. Hold on. Where was Ian Carroll said the same thing? Oh, they claimed Jack Posobiec got community noted over that as well.
I think it's going to be so interesting to see how Ian Carroll tries to pull himself out of this when it inevitably hits the fan.
These people are totally cooked.
Sam Tripoli says, there is footage of every single other inch of the campus, but not the footage of the actual shot. What are you talking about, dude? Imagine gaslighting like that. And by sharing this, too. This out of 1.8 thousand likes. Sharing the same video. Dude. It's on video. Zoomed in from far away. Him in the spot taking the shot, Sam. Don't be an idiot. Conspiracy grift. Fed sloppers' heads must have exploded in anger when they heard this. 4,000 likes.
Everything. All the TPUSA, as I was finishing recording everything, all the TPUSA influencers were filing out of court with this crazy new story about this video that they all saw at the end of the very last day after the cameras were off, so none of us got to see it. They apparently got to see this crazy high definition video that was zoomed in that showed Tyler Robinson taking the shot. Except there's some problems with that. It turns out that it's actually just the same video footage that we already got from the same surveillance cameras that we already saw. Same resolution, everything. They just used a video editing program to zoom in on it. So I'll let you make up your mind as to whether you think that that qualifies as 4K video that clearly shows.
Yeah, dude. If the camera was shot in 4K, it can zoom more and it keeps the resolution. That's what it means when they say 4K. They meant that, wow, like when we zoom, filming it on a screen, it looks super pixelated. When you have the original 4K footage, if that's even what it is, I haven't heard. They said that the security camera was advanced and good, so it's at least 1080, I'd say. But even with 1084, what?
He's going off of that dumbass. Remember that dumbass girl who posted that? Remember she posted and said, "Oh, that they're lying. I was in the courtroom and they're lying. That it was just the same video as before." I think that's what he's referring to is that girl's tweets, and that girl got bodied by all the people that were there. They were saying you weren't there, blah blah blah. And then she said, "Yeah, I wasn't in the room at the time, but I was at the courthouse." So yeah. So I think that's what the context of this clip
they're
is.
calling them all liars, but Jack Posobiec said, no, it's that same angle. It's just zoomed in more, and because it's 4K camera, they're able to zoom in on the original clip,
exactly.
and it keeps the resolution, and you can see it. That's all we're saying, and we're nitpicking over these new details, but it's like this video proves that you guys have been wrong about everything.
They're literally they're literally just keep doing this. They're gonna kick the can down the road for this forever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you make up your mind as to whether you think that that qualifies as 4K video that clearly shows the shot. Yeah, it's all very transparent at this point.
Oh yeah, this is what
the Erica Kirk lawyer.
Yo, you guys, if you've never read the book When Prophecy Fails, it's so good. It's about what happened. It's a sociological book that explains what happens when any of these kooky like end times or apocalyptic or what, all these types of things, how they act when then the prophecy doesn't happen, when Jesus doesn't come, when the aliens don't come, when anything like that happens. And you'll see like psychologically what's happening is exactly what's going on with Candace and these guys right here. You're going to see the exact same thing. And what they do is they don't ever accept reality. They just reform in their minds what reality is, and then they just see the whole world through that new lens, basically. So I recommend people check that out, because that's what's going on here. It's just like an end times cult, right? The end times came, no, Jesus didn't come back, and now they have to make their new cope. And this is what Christianity is built on, by the way, guys.
TPUSA lawyer asked them to show this video off camera on the last day when they packed the house with a whole bunch of.
Dude, they had to beg to ask it. He acts like they're covering it up. The judge wasn't letting them play the zoomed in thing. He didn't want to do it for the preliminary hearing. And then they begged. They said, "Can you at least just show it to the courtroom?" And he said, "Okay." And then they did it at the end.
TPUSA influencers. So then all those TPUSA influencers could just happen to come out after court on the last day of court and have this crazy story about this footage that you didn't see, but they did. Trust them. It was crazy. It sure showed what happened.
Dude, why should we doubt that they're telling the truth? We saw the other footage zoomed in, high quality of him jumping off the roof. They got him before. What is so hard to accept here?
$10 on Rumble. Hey Adam, can you review Who is the Historical Jesus? On YouTube. It has 1 meter views and was made by Jew.
Is it new? I'll look it up.
Except the problem was that Brandy and Billy of Brandy and Billy Show, they were there. Some real journalists were there in the house. In fact, they literally slept on the concrete
Real journalists.
in order to get slots in line because there was only 14 of them.
Qualifications, they got, they're in Candace's replies. Real journalists.
Stayed overnight on the concrete so they could get in. And they saw the video and they immediately called bullshit. This is their court wristbands. Brandy posted saying, I was in the courtroom today.
That's just the Esoterica video. I've seen that. I've reacted.
Yeah.
We've gone over. That's the Esoterica video from last year. Yeah.
Yeah, we did go over that.
He goes over all the different like viewpoints on it, and I mean we disagree heavily with what he thinks. Basically, is what I would. I mean that's he goes through most of like the normal copes though.
Yeah, remember?
I wouldn't say he's like misrepresenting them.
Ian entertained a thumbnail where was Charlie electrocuted?
Oh,
and
yeah,
he
dude.
pushed the AI Netanyahu. Netanyahu was dead's psyop. Wrong.
There's no high quality zoomed in footage showing anyone taking a shot. The video shown is the same distance as the footage of Tyler jumping off the roof shown in this screenshot. Tyler.
That's exactly what Jack Posobiec said it was, though. It is high quality. They zoomed in a lot, and you can see him laying down, pointing the gun, and jumping up right after the time when he got shot.
I have no idea why people are claiming otherwise. They know the video isn't going to be released publicly. So
yes, it is. In the trial and after the trial, very likely it's going to be released. So wrong.
They're misrepresenting what was actually shown in court. Whoopsies. Wrong. And that started a firestorm. They tried to discredit Brandy.
Robinson's face. It could be anyone. It literally could be anyone.
Sent $5 on Rumble. Often will you go live at night? I like this. A-OK handy emoji.
They meant to say how often will you go, but they said ho often and got censored. I don't know. A couple nights a week. I go.
It does not zoom in well enough at all for you to be able to tell who it is. You can see someone crouching down. You cannot see anyone pulling a trigger. There is no sound. People are saying on oh, there was sound.
Oh my guys, you can't see the finger pulling the triggers. I guess they got nothing. I guess Candace is still vindicated and right about every. Did you see Candace tweet that she says she's been right about everything?
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's actually crazy.
It's the craziest tweet gaslighting I've ever seen in my life.
This is why I say she's a narcissist, because that's what they do. They rewrite history because they have to be right about everything. They have to be the center of the universe. They have to be the smartest. She believes it. She really does. She's not gaslighting.
Mm-hmm. That's what Jeremy Boring said too. He said he thinks she really does believe all the things she's saying it because she's saying it, so it must be true, so she believes it. That's like the narcissistic mindset.
You can hear the gunshot. That is an absolute lie. No sound at all.
Score one for Real Journalists. Shout out to Brandy. Shout out to Billy. Give them a follow if you don't already. Don't believe the psyops.
Conspiracy theories are entering.
Don't believe the psyops. Yeah, it wasn't the guy on the roof running with the gun. Totally not.
There might be more evidence that Tyler Robinson's done this than I don't know. This is open and shut. I mean, I don't know.
Everybody's saying it's open and shut. It's over. Case closed. There's overwhelming evidence, and then Candace is like, I think there's an op going on. Everybody's saying it's overwhelming. Or she goes, oh, they have the same talking points. They're saying that I'm attacking a widow. It's like, that's because everybody sees you're attacking a grieving widow, Candace. That's why. They're not paying. Israel doesn't have to pay everybody $7,000 to realize that you're doing that.
$20 on Rumble. Adam, I just tuned in and I'm drunk. What are we talking about tonight? Saluting
Candace,
face emoji. 100
Candace
emoji.
and Charlie Kirk conspiracies. Everybody's favorite topic. Look at this guy, Zach Costello. I watched his video on this the other day. He's awful. Remember every influencer who exaggerated and misrepresented this footage in order to push for a speedy trial and execution of another person. Think what you want about Tyler Robinson, but this was truly evil. Yeah, the guy that may have exaggerated like the quality of the footage a little bit, that's the real evil here. Not Candace being wrong about him ever being there to begin with. Okay, what is this? He literally just forgot not to bend his leg. Are we supposed to imagine there is a fully assembled rifle in that bent leg? I can't take this stupidity much longer.
Yeah, dude, her pretending that everybody else is stupid is so annoying. It's so fucking annoying, dude. She's
This
a dumbass.
Is the video.
The image is the same, and the images that we have from my viewing and seeing have
Like, what is her problem? Do you see the stupidity here, guys? That it's so Raven. How about maybe like even with the gun in his pants, he can still bend it a little bit?
Does she think that the gun is like the length of his full leg, like a crutch or something?
Yeah, it's
like I
only
don't
going
understand.
down.
It goes right past his knee. Like I don't understand. Are we like literally all seeing different things
Yeah.
here? Is this like that dress?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
see
yellow
nothing
and black
suspicious
or
at
whatever?
all here.
Yeah, I don't either. It's literally
She thinks the gun is like the long gun like they had in the war, like the Revolutionary War.
yeah.
Also,
like,
what's his
a
thing
muzzle loader
sticking
or
out so
something?
much right
Yeah.
here? He's clearly got something bulging in his pants.
It's the. It looks like it's the stock. That's the. Hey, hold on. Go back. Go back. Right there. Pause it. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can really see it. That's the bottom end of the stock.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
So it's just that so the stock goes and the receiver just goes down past.
So Baron
the,
Coleman
like,
says,
whatever
he could bend his
his leg.
leg, just didn't bend it most of the time.
Maybe that's his phone.
Got it.
Maybe that's his phone.
They're
I
so
can't. It's hard to tell.
$200
It's just so dumb.
I'm
It's just so
Chicano
dumb.
and I
I don't
support you,
understand
Adam.
these guys.
Latin America is infested
It is
with
his phone.
Catholic
Oh no, it's
superstitious
not because it's
BS. Free all the pagans worldwide. Down
Yeah,
with
dude,
all
the
Abraham
Chicanos
cults.
definitely are under the Abrahamic mind virus. You guys got one-shotted hard by the Catholics.
They would have loved. I bet you the Hispanics love that edit that we watched today, or that you watched today. You know what I'm talking about? That edit. I bet you
Yeah.
that goes. I bet you that goes hard. Like, I bet you if you showed that on like Latino television, there'd be like a revival of faith in South America.
Yeah,
They would love
that
it.
almost made me convert. Wilson
Yeah,
says,
dude.
he was just walking like that for funsies, bro. Oh, shoot. My thing is like messing up. It's not. There's my scroll. I think Misfit Patriot.
In my fucking pants.
He shoved it in
Watch.
his pants to show how you can bend still. See? And he was still able to bend his knee some.
There is now a rifle in my fucking pants. Watch.
Can still bend enough. A little bit.
I fucking hate that Candace has made this guy right. I
I
fucking
know, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
Now you get
They're
it.
handing
Hold
them
on.
easy
That's-
W's.
Colin,
That's
you
the
asked
big
me why
issue.
I'm so mad about this. Right there is it. You just saw that's it. Because basically that guy is how I see all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Why are we handing W's to Ben Shapiro and Pasobic and who's the other retard that was
Team
reporting
USA,
there?
You know,
Dude,
Netanyahu,
Benny
all of
Johnson,
them, all of the
dude.
Zionists
Netanyahu,
are
dude,
taking a
yeah.
big W right now and discrediting their opposition like never before because of this mental illness.
That was part of what Nick was saying, is that basically like what gave us this huge in that clip earlier is that he said like what gave us this huge advantage that we have right now is that we were telling the truth when like nobody else was, and we've been able to point and basically say like, oh look, we told you so to everybody, and everyone's like, oh wow, well those guys were right, let's go listen to them. So this is like a massive credibility loss problem, right? When if we're going to entertain this or allow this or have anyone thinking about it, it's not just like a harmless oh, it's just people thinking of, oh, they're just asking questions. It's not harmless. The basis for this like growing movement against Zionism is truth.
Yeah,
itself.
opposition to Jews is taking a huge hit in credibility
Yes.
and legitimacy because of this stupid shit. Candace goes, he forgot to not bend his leg. LOL. Can't take this stupidity much longer. We can't take you much longer, Candace. It's unbelievable, dude. She should be institutionalized for this. That's she's gonna be sued for defamation, and she's gonna plead unfit to stand trial, mental illness. Okay, let's
on
see.
social media who watched the a seemingly infinite number of influencers on social media who watched the Tyler Robinson preliminary hearing last week, and they reported back to us common folk that they came away from it and they were effectively drowning. They were submerged. They were engulfed. They were completely buried by the avalanche of undeniable evidence that Tyler Robinson murdered Charlie Kirk. I mean, they were so consumed that they all just began using that exact same adjective to express themselves. It is overwhelming. In fact, that has really been the key word since last year, right? It is the new wear a mask, save lives.
No, maybe it's just there's a lot of evidence that he did it. They provided a lot of evidence. That's why they say it's overwhelming.
Dude, isn't it crazy that they bring it back to COVID? Like, I agree. Like, this is basically like COVID really did fuck people. Fuck people up. You know what I mean? Not just like the fact that they, had to stay inside and all those other things, but they like don't trust the institutions now because of how bad the institutions behaved and how forceful they were with like, draconian, oh, you will wear masks, you will get the shot and all these things. And like, I don't know, the damage to that is like still going on. That is a huge problem.
And people ask, why would Russia promote a bunch of kosher, stupid conspiracies in American social media? And you just mentioned it right there. It benefits them to have Americans lose faith and trust in their institutions and their media and their governments and everything, right? To have a functioning society, if the masses don't have any trust, the government's going to lose legitimacy, and that helps for an adversary to America.
People legitimately have the view right now because of COVID and everything else. And then like the propaganda turning it up to an 11, they actually believe that every single thing that the government does or even has like a hand in or is like reporting on or if it's like even connected to in any way, shape or form, like that it's automatically false. Like that is a serious problem because that's ridiculous.
Zakutsin sent $5 on Rumble. My Mexican mom was super Catholic and believed everything was the devil. I eventually rebelled and explored all taboos. I went through every Abrahamic rabbit hole and then got green-pilled by No More.
Beautiful to hear. Love to hear it. Thank you.
Distancing, the evidence against Tyler Robinson is overwhelming. Check out this little collage you put together of influencers.
Oh, you believe in the government narratives?
Need to pop his
honestly, the world would be better off
evidence is
if you didn't
becoming
exist.
overwhelming against Tyler Robinson. Thanks, Graham. Steve Deese, the podcast, today's podcast, an overwhelming evidence against Tyler Robinson. Paramount, not so tactical. The evidence against Tyler Robinson is overwhelming. Gunther Eagleman, the evidence is overwhelming, to say the least. Kind of feels like he's saying the most.
Yeah, no way that everybody's just following the trial and realizing that there's a lot of evidence and you kooks are just denying it all and it's just saying, using the same word. No, dude, it's the chat groups. Must be the chat groups that Elon's girl talked about. Hey, everybody. Hey, Zionist influencers. All use the same word all say it's overwhelming at the same time. They do stuff like that, so I don't dismiss that offhand. But in this case, I think it's just everybody can see that the case is overwhelming.
Jack is quoting Don Trump Jr. As having said the evidence against Tyler Robinson is overwhelming. That's just one page. Allie Beth Stuckey, Mike Lee, the evidence against Tyler Robinson could not be more overwhelming. He couldn't be more submerged. Andrew Colbert, it's overwhelming against Robinson. Whoever Bren is, it's overwhelming. Susie, it's overwhelming. Clay Travis, it seems overwhelming.
So now she's not arguing about the against all the overwhelming evidence and addressing it. She's just saying, oh, everybody's saying it's overwhelming.
Some people even went so far as to report that it was actually the most overwhelming thing that they have ever witnessed in their entire lives in the courtroom. Take it away, Josh Hammer, who happens to look like a...
I mean, it is kind of a modern day. Like, imagine it would be the equivalent if we got on camera Oswald taking the shot from the window, right?
I know.
That would be the equivalent.
This is nuts. We have so much evidence compared to basically every single thing, dude.
Yeah, look what this guy says. He confessed 4 times, DNA on the murder weapon and on everything else. Medical examiners pulled out the bullet fragment. Security cameras all over the campus throughout the day.
Well,
turned himself
and what do they have in their favor? They have
confessed
nothing
to his boyfriend.
There's nothing the other way. Every single thing I've looked at like I think hundreds of hours of evidence at this point. Maybe like 500 hours of evidence I've looked at of this stupid killing. I mean, it's been what, 8 months or 10 months since it happened, and keep on going, guys. Keep sending me your stupid replies, your stupid clips, your stupid videos. Oh, but what about this guy? Did you see the Stu Peters, by the way, big revelation? It was nothing, by the way. It was a nothing burger of all nothing burgers. It was one of the stupidest things I ever saw. He's like, oh, we have a TPUSA insider who says that he might have built a place at that fort, the Fort Huachuca or whatever that's nearby. And he says that if it was me, I would build a fort there, or I would build a room there that had solar panels that could survive the apocalypse. So that, that's how I think about it, is I would think about myself, like what would I do if I was trying to fake my death. So that's probably what Charlie's doing. He's at Fort Huachuca in a hidden warehouse somewhere, building his apocalypse bunker, hiding from his wife. Dude.
Why would he fake his death?
They're all retarded. I mean, dude, they're schizophrenic retards. Like, we don't have to go too much into it, but there was nothing there, by the way.
So look at this. Ian Carroll, 21,000 likes. I want to point out that it was Erica's lawyer that pressured the judge to let them play the video at the end of the trial after prosecution and defense had already rested. Then all the TPUSA influencers come out and run their scripts to try to narrative capture the end of the hearing. If you can't see it yet, I don't know what to tell. See what? None of this is suspicious. Erica wanted the video to be played so they could see it. They showed the zoomed in version. The people saw the zoomed in version for the first time and said, wow, it's actually pretty clear. 4K, you can zoom in from far away. You can see it all happen. It's amazing. I hate these little things like this. If you can't see it yet, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you just don't get it, bro. You're just not like a TikTok conspiracy dude. Do you see it? Because he doesn't know what to tell you. You just must be fed slop if you don't see it.
Yeah, Carlin, do you believe in the fed slop here? What's up?
Is she here still?
I'm still here. Do I believe in Ian Carroll? No, Ian Carroll's a retard. What do you want?
Yeah, what's your theory? What is he?
I have already told you. I think that Tyler Robinson probably did it.
Yeah, what do you think? Why do you think he's so retarded? I'm saying, like,
why is Ian Carroll so retarded?
Such a retard? Yeah, why is he such a retarded freak?
I mean, like any influencer that gets lifted up out of nowhere usually tends to be pretty retarded, right? I mean, like he got famous for doing exactly this. He made a ton of money for doing exactly this. Like, how the hell did this guy end up on Tucker's show and Joe Rogan and Candace's show and being like, like lifted up by Elon Musk? Like, how did that happen?
The TikTok algorithm, he was promoting, he was doing like COVID, BlackRock, like food labels. I think GameStop stuff, I want to say also, like just like kosher normie conspiracy stuff. He says,
and then all of a sudden he's everywhere.
Yeah, now he's the Jew expert apparently, and if I don't agree with him, I'm working for the Jews. All right, so he shares Jack Posobiec right after the courtroom where he first saw the video. Did they really have so little evidence that they came up with a last-ditch effort to say they showed them this super clear 100% proof shooting at the end of the very end with the cameras off? Holy Lord, they think you're stupid. I think you and Candace think your audience is stupid. Such little evidence. Such like what kind of evidence? What would be lots of evidence for you? How much more evidence? What would more evidence look like to you? How much more do you need?
Zakutsin sent $5 on Rumble. Adam, please release another book. I will buy it. Dunk your big hairy on these Jewish fairy tales. The fake Bible, smiley face emoji, 100 emoji.
Nutsack, big hairy nutsack, bro.
What about a movie, dudes? We gotta do movies.
We're gonna do a movie, not another book. I'm not starting another book right now. I'd rather do late night streams.
Yeah, dude.
9,000 likes. Dude, Ian Carroll is the worst. I don't know.
If that's Tyler Robinson.
He's got the same Hurley hat, same outfit. And they're like, it's not him, it's a decoy. Looks exactly like him.
What do you guys think about the fact that like all of these killers have the same chin? It's weird.
Yeah, the Crooks has the long chin too. Yeah, there could be something to it. Long chin physiognomy like makes you a murderer apparently.
And
maybe it's like the Habsburg curse. Maybe because the Franz Ferdinand was killed by an assassin. That magical assassins casting Talmudic spells, and what happened is when they killed him, then that went through all the time, and now all future assassins that had the Habsburg chin, they all are weird chins in general. They're all assassins now. That's what's going on. It was a magical spell.
Wears Hurley hats everywhere he goes. How many Hurley hats does this kid have? Hurley, when he's pulled over in the, or whatever it was, traffic stop. Yeah, that's him. These people, so these guys.
I can't believe they're using that video and saying like, "Oh, can you believe that's not him in that video right there? That is so obviously him." Like, how could you ever look at that video and be like, "That's not him"? I don't understand.
And I'm telling you, Stu Peters. I don't know if he was the first to do it, but he took a screenshot and made it more blurry. And this is from the court. This is the bad stuff of the recording of the monitor across the court with the bad camera. And still we can zoom in and see it this close. The defense didn't even say, that's not our client. That's not our defendant. That's not even him. They didn't even say that. So like, what are you even doing? They're going to have to say he's an actor. That's the only cop out they're going to have. Oh, he's an actor. He's been in on it the whole time. He's in witness protection. He's not really in jail. He's in Tel Aviv with Epstein. What else do we have here? Eat shit, Candace.
You're reporting because you came.
Ultimately, you know, if people can see it for themselves, they can go and watch it. And, you know, do I wish the quality were better? I mean, of course, I wish all videos quality were better. But again, I mean, that's, you know, you're asking for something that's beyond
surveillance
the point.
Video.
Right. The point is that it
ridiculous.
exists.
It's surveillance video. We're lucky it exists at all.
Right.
Anything. And some people who refuse to believe that Tyler Robinson did this have been saying for quite some time, oh, but there's no video of the actual shooting. Oh, it's so convenient how they only have him running across the roof. And then we actually find out there is video of the actual moment the shooter drops down and pulls the trigger. And still they won't accept it. I mean, it's just, we're never going to get through to them. I don't even really care about them, to be honest. I just think, and I want to know your opinion as somebody who sat in that courtroom all week. To me, the evidence is overwhelming.
Oh my God, Zeke, you are so retarded. Amalek, you're going to love this. Zeke just said, if he confessed, there would be no trial. No.
So hey, Zeke, honestly, Zeke, dude, like people like that should not have rights. You should not be on the internet. You should be in a fucking field picking my fucking cabbage, you stupid peasant fuck. Nothing you ever do in your life will ever amount to anything. Every single person in your family hates you and wants you to fuck away. Get the fuck away from my gene pool. Get the fuck away from white people, you stupid fucking freak. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, if he confessed, there wouldn't be a trial. Go fuck off forever.
Yeah. In the trial,
so
you have to plead guilty or not guilty, guilty or innocent.
It's literally
even
the
if they
pre-trial,
do,
you
then
stupid
the judge in the
fuckface.
trial and the jury decides what his punishment is.
They don't even know how the court system works.
Yeah.
Honestly, you would be better off in the medieval world being a peasant. Holy shit.
The influencer echo chamber, the shot. Okay, this is getting pathetic. So everybody's watching the trial all week, right? And end of the preliminary trial, hearing, they show the video zoomed in finally for the first time. Everybody's saying, "Wow, you can see him take the shot. You can see him take the shot." They're all saying the same thing because that's the quote. That's what they heard. Jack Posobiec came out and said, you could see him take the shot. That doesn't mean that you can see his finger moving. It means you can see him running over there, laying down, and jumping up after the shot was taken at the time. Dude.
None of these things are in good faith. They're just all
showing everybody
bullshit.
Talk about the shot like... We could do the same thing with everything Candace says, too. Go cherry pick a word of something they're all talking about. This isn't proof of anything.
I think part of the problem with this, though, is like these group chats where they all get their talking points and then they all go and regurgitate the talking points. Like that's a real thing. It happens every single day. We can observe it. And so is like, is it out of the realm of like possibility to think that they might be doing it with this? I mean, I'm sure they are doing it with this. It doesn't mean what they're saying is untrue in this particular occasion, but I can understand why people are looking at it and going like, okay, yeah, assholes, you do this all the time.
That's a good
Maybe
point.
They are in a group chat saying, hey, we got him on video taking the shot. I don't even think they have to do it that simple. It's just like, hey, we want to dunk on Candace and all these idiots online that have been accusing us of being involved in the murder. So let's rub it in. We got it on video, the shot.
All of Twitter, just if you're listening to this right now and you don't know that, like you're hearing that and be like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm in enough group chats and I know how Twitter works. I've been around for a long enough time. I see how Twitter works. I'm telling you right now, Twitter is ran by group chats. Your algorithm is serving you things that are from group chats. When people post things in certain group chats with like lots of people in them, like with big accounts, for example, the For You page is using those group chats and what's being posted there to serve what is coming to you. So the idea that anything like that, like you have to understand if you're using Twitter, that it is a type of media that is ran by group chats. That is absolutely 100% true. So you have to understand that whenever you're looking through Twitter and you're seeing that stuff. So to Carlin's point, so it's not surprising that something like that's going on, but people should just be able to point at that and be aware of it.
And the point is that it's true. There is a zoomed in video where you can see him taking the shot. So like them like trying to split hairs over this is just bad faith because they've been wrong about everything. Let's see what Coleman has to say about the shot and the footage.
I don't think he did it.
I hate so much too that he's got the allegedly up there. Like that's their whole thing is they'll just make up whatever, say anything, and go allegedly. I don't want to get sued, so let me just spew some bullshit and say allegedly.
I haven't thought he did it in a long time. Maybe a short period of time I thought probably he did it, but that was 9.5 months ago or more. I don't think he did it. I sure don't think he sent those text messages. And I'm confident that that video footage doesn't show he did it. I don't think he.
So instead of just assuming that the gun they found and the guy all over the footage and on the roof, and when the gunshot happens, everybody turns and looks that way behind him toward the roof. But no, he thinks it's not. The lawyer doesn't think that that's good enough. I really don't like this guy. The fact that his whole career has been made on the Charlie Kirk grift. And he's made a ton of money. I think I want to say over $1 million in the last 10 months is what they calculated.
You just saw the video. How fundamentally different? How much zooming? How much cropping? How different was the video you saw in court from what we just watched?
So I would say we're not.
Look at her screen name, guys. Now noticing. Just now she started noticing, guys. That's funny. These are the people saying we're getting $7,000 and we're working for the Jews, and they just started learning about Jews on TikTok like after October 7th, probably.
I hate these people.
Or after Charlie Kirk.
These women should be talking about like America's Next Top Model and like RuPaul's Drag Race. Like objectively, RuPaul's Drag Race is better for these women mentally and emotionally, and it leads to better outcomes of them watching that kind of shit and like My 1,000-Pound Life and all that other shit on TV. Those things are ancient aliens on History Channel. It would be
100%.
better for these women to watch than what they're doing right now. This is poison. What does her shirt say? Go what? What does it say? Go
same
something?
exact camera. It might be another camera that's like maybe 20 feet away. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
From my perspective, I think it's the same camera, and
I'll stop you
it
real quick.
slightly zooms in.
The guy testified it was the same camera. That's what I just played.
Oh, okay.
That there's
Then it is.
No distinction other than circles and a little zoom. So how much did they zoom in?
Barely at all.
I would guess 20 to 30%.
Okay.
Like you cannot make out who it is. It's just a little black figure. We've talked
How much of a moving the goalpost is this, guys? So him funny. From super far away going over to where the shot was taken and running off isn't good enough because like I said, you can't see the color of his eyes.
Other people that were the other 14 people in line just to get their perspectives as well. And one of them jokingly said, like, it could have been a cow on the roof. That's how far away it was. Like, you literally cannot.
No. In the super crazy blurry version, I could still make out the legs. It's not a cow.
Bitch, what kind of cows are you seeing?
We're all gonna see the footage eventually, and this is gonna age terribly bad. Trust me. A cow. How did there's so bad faith. Ian Carroll said, "Oh, it looks like a pixel floating in the wind." No, it's going to be way clearer than that. Give me a break.
Definitively say that it's Tyler Robinson. You cannot make out who it is.
These girls are like,
nobody's saying we know it's Tyler Robinson because we can make out his face in this photo. It's everything put together. Yeah, they're like, in a vacuum, this is proof of nothing because you cannot make out that it's for sure his face.
Dude, these girls are one MAGA cock away from getting green pill.
Her shirt is Go Max. That's the Candace slogan.
Oh my God. That's what I was wondering if it was Go Max or if it was, oh dude, this is so fucked up.
War buns. Is that the other one? Is it war buns? Like their hair buns?
Straight to jail for Candace. This is so bad.
I'm not asking you to jump in the heads of other people. I mean, I think that would be unfair to try to say, why is Jack Posobiec and Brandon Tatum and why are all these people saying this? I don't want you to try to guess. But when you hear them say that, does it sound like what you saw? Because they're saying it was crystal clear, 4K. You could see him pull the trigger. You could see him shoot the shot. You could see him lying. Does it sound accurate?
Did they really say pull the trigger? Or are they just meant like you can see it? You know, we're getting in semantics now. We're splitting hairs. Even a blurry photo zoomed in, like what do you expect? What do you expect?
Absolutely not.
No, I think
buns. That's the
I think they got emotional because they're friends with Erica, and Erica was indeed sitting there bawling. And so were the Kirk parents. So maybe they were emotional, like, oh, you see a video which infers that he's taking the shot in that moment because the timestamps were shown.
They're still going to say, oh, they put a decoy there. Like, if you're going to put somebody on the roof, why not just have that person take the shot if you're going to assassinate him? Right.
Also,
why
like
go
they
through the trouble of
simultaneously
having a video, but it's blurry and he's just the decoy and really it's the road mic. Like, why not just put the real IDF sniper and have him get away and then have some dead body of a patsy or something like that? Why not?
They simultaneously also believe that it was a shot that's a different round than the 30-06.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They put the wrong gun with the wrong decoy.
So, yeah. Exactly. How stupid is this? Like, so the government puts a wrong gun, wrong decoy, wrong guy, and then they get a patsy and they have no evidence apparently. Like, okay, guys, good. Dude, the government's pretty incompetent, but not that incompetent.
So
Zeke says Erica's still trying to sell the tears things, I guess. Fuck you, Zeke. You're blocked forever.
Wait, that did it for you?
Oh no, it's over. No.
That
my
did it for
queen.
you? Was the Erica Turk trashing?
Like, who are you to say?
Dude,
that
he
she's
literally has been
not
calling
sad?
you and I feds. He's been calling you and I feds in paid operation this whole stream, and then that's what did it for you, was him talking shit on Erica Kirk.
It just bothers me so much. Like, just some idiot on the internet's like, I don't think she's really sad. That's just fake tears. Like, you can just fuck off, dude. Go cry yourself to sleep for getting blocked.
Oh, that's so funny.
I think they took that.
Remember when you said
and,
like 5 minutes ago, Zeke, you weren't going anywhere? Bye.
Started typing it out and thought, oh, I'm going to run with this because this is going to be good. I have no clue.
Now,
I mean, in my opinion, it's a blatant lie. Like Benny Johnson saying it was.
See, they're trying to split hairs and act like they're outraged, and you're all such liars now. Meanwhile, you've been wrong about everything, and there's footage of him.
Dude, I hate Benny Johnson so much, dude. Why do we have to defend Benny Johnson?
I know.
Pulling the trigger, like that is the biggest lie I've ever heard. It is so not clear
Biggest
who it
lie
is.
ever.
It's so far away. It is
Not exaggerating at all. It's the biggest lie ever, guys.
not.
Also, remember, they said 20 to 30% zoom.
And
I bet you it's
Benny
going to end up
Johnson
being
saying
like
everyone in the courtroom
10 or 12
gasped.
times.
That is also blatant lie. No one gasped. Like that literally did not happen.
No one gasped. All right. Sure, bitch. I wish I had the other video to show again what the zoom looked like. Oh, it might be right here, right when I say that. Yeah. So look at what Jack actually said, too. They're all calling him a liar and stuff. He says, as far as I could tell, the new footage is the same angle. It just starts a few minutes prior to this one and includes the run to the ledge, prone position, the shot, and then starts here. So hold on. Already, look at this. She said it's 20 to 30% zoom. This is all the way zoomed out. That's already 20% right there. And look how much further it goes. So that's him running right there. They're able to zoom even more. Watch how they zoom even more here. They do another zoom. This is like easy 100%, 150, 200% zoom. So that close, but when he's over here, you're going to see him right there on the corner, laying down, pointing at Charlie. And then they're still going to pearl clutch like that's not good enough. All right. I expect nothing more. That's plenty. Stop trying to move the goalpost.
Imagine if these guys are around during like the Abraham Lincoln shooting. Like, oh, it wasn't him. You don't have the proof. Like these people just denying it. Just they will deny everything here.
Mm-hmm.
It is just because they don't trust institutions.
They were all sharing that out of context clip where they're talking about one specific video they were going to play. Like, oh, there's no videos of him taking the shot. What are you talking about? Oh, the court already said it. Earlier in the trial, they did say that they have a video. This is him explaining the video of him taking the shot. Listen.
Okay, it's clearly him. So let me give you a proffer of what the evidence will be at the preliminary hearing. There's really 4 categories of evidence. The first is surveillance from UVU. Now, UVU has a great surveillance system, and they captured the defendant coming onto campus at about 7 a.m., or I think about 8 a.m. Okay, it's clearly him. He's driving his gray Dodge Charger. I should say he's from St. George, so this isn't just a casual passing by Utah Valley University. This is a 3.5-hour drive from his home.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
250
3.5 hours
plus
away.
miles from his home.
And the cell phone stuff tracking him to the area.
Pulling into the Utah Valley University parking structure. Gets out of the car. He's wearing his favorite Hurley hat, a maroon T-shirt, shorts, and Converse shoes. The same clothing he's wearing when he turns himself in the next day. Clearly him. There's good facial images and everything. He walks around campus and he scouts campus out. He then leaves the campus. UVU surveillance.
Here's the other thing that's so stupid. They're like, oh, he went and met with TPUSA? No, he went to the area they were setting up and said, hey, what's going on? Who's going to speak? Like, what time does it start? To try to, he's casing the joint to figure out what's going on and where Charlie's going to be, which roof he should go look for a spot. And they're like, oh, it's a conspiracy. He went there to meet with him and get his orders or to talk to his Mossad handler or some stupid shit, right?
Captures him return later. He returns on foot right before the Charlie Kirk event. He's wearing a disguise of sorts.
I got to bring this back. I know we made this point before. If they were doing this, like if Israel was involved in this, the shooter would have been linked to Iran. Period. The end. Or Hamas or the far left. However, it would have been clear. Okay, it would have been like a literal member of the DSA, or it would have been a literal member of like the most extreme version of anti-Zionist you can think of that the Jews all don't like. Okay, that's who it would have been. Okay, some sort of Muslim or something like that. It wouldn't have been a hoi 4 Discord retard. Okay, with a furry boyfriend. Okay, the government could not make that script. They could not write that script. Okay, they didn't write that script. That's just reality. That's a real thing that we've been dealing with now for about a decade of these mass shooters. A large portion of them, or a large minority of them, are these types of people, these online freaks that are trying to like compete on Discord servers on who can be more extreme than the other person. They're both far left and far right. They're into Nazism and transgenderism. They're people who like just want destruction for the sake of destruction. They love the chaos and these types of things. It shouldn't surprise anyone that these people exist on the internet.
Charlie Kirk event. He's wearing a disguise of sorts. He's wearing a baseball cap, different baseball cap, pulled low. He's got sunglasses on, a different shirt, different pants, but the same Converse shoes. But he makes his way to the rooftop, makes his way to the sniper's perch on the rooftop, takes the shot, and then runs to the northeast, drops off the building, and runs to the northeast of campus into a wooded area.
So everybody's running around. Their go-to argument the other day was, oh, they already said in court that there's no video of him taking the shot. Oh, the court already said, oh, look at this clip that's completely out of context. Meanwhile, there's also this. You can see him taking the shot.
That's all captured on video. Okay, that's the first category of evidence, is the video surveillance that shows the defendant on campus taking the shot.
Dude, there's no reasonable suspicion at all that he didn't do it. And it's going to be a quick jury deliberation, and he's going to be convicted. And everybody's going to be wrong even more, and none of them going to admit that they've been evil retards, and they're just going to always double down and lash. It's worse. Not only are they evil retards and completely wrong, but then they attack us and say we're working for Jews. We're covering it up. Oh, Adam used to be good, but this Charlie Kirk thing, blah, blah, blah. No, fuck all of you. You're going to be wrong. Bookmark it. Mark my words.
Hey, guys, this has been super fun. It's like 2:30, so I'm going to go to bed. Yep. But thank you for having me, Adam. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye. Be safe at your next infiltration thing.
I will.
They might be watching.
One time, Carlin.
You'll go undercover?
Yeah.
All right.
You'll have to brief me and train me, and I'll go undercover.
Awesome.
Told his family.
I've only got a few more too, guys.
Around camp, told his family that he was around campus, but not physically on campus himself. So in short, it should have been remarkably easy for people to debunk us, right? On this, very easy. While I was sitting there actually expecting, open and willing to have to concede at least 1 point for my investigation. I mean, I worked really hard to be perfectly accurate, but I was like, maybe he lied to his parents that he was actually
to being wrong about anything.
Driving on campus that day. All they needed to present to make me look foolish was one clear photo of Tyler Robinson on campus. What we got instead was footage of unidentifiable brunette males walk.
Hold on. Why is she saying it's the mom and the boyfriend identified him? We can all see the footage, even blurry on the TV across the room. It's him. I hate her so much.
Up and down the Odysee Center steps at various points throughout the day. What was presented in court was
he was 4 hours away from where he lived and on video at the Dairy Queen nearby, but he wasn't on campus though. It wasn't his car. Oh, Mossad put the wrong hubcaps on the car and it's not the right one. You can tell, because the blurry photo, you can tell that it's not the same one, but you can't tell that Tyler's really Tyler. Black Queen is speaking.
Compilation video, which I would like to note was Exhibit 12.4 in court. Exhibit 12.4, that's going to become relevant later when we talk about the influencers who have sold their souls to the devil.
See? This is what she says. So just asking questions. No, you're being paid and you sold your soul to the devil. That's not asking questions, Candace.
12.4 was a compilation of blurry male or males, plural, going up and down stairs, and people said, that's Tyler Robinson. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at this video of the males in 12.4.
So she thinks everybody in maroon shirts are all meant to look like him, and that Mossad has 10 different decoys dressed up like him. They're all in on it.
Yeah, dude, you didn't see the maroon
Israel
shirts?
hired a bunch of Utah-looking college students to be in on this hit. Like, come on, what are we doing?
It was the Mormons, dude. The Mormons helped them out. It was the Mormons with the candlestick in the library.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean?
The game Clue.
In the library.
The game Clue.
Oh,
you know, the game Clue. Okay. You never played the game Clue as a kid?
Right over my mullet, bro.
Moving
yeah,
throughout
you never
the day,
get it, dude.
Going up and down.
Just like Oliver Tree, dude.
Here we go, and we're speeding this up, I think, right? Or we cut it short. This is the undeniable evidence.
Dude, that was the worst one.
And by the way, if you're feeling overwhelmed, please sit down and have a glass of water. We don't want anybody passing away looking at this. Undeniable. They're like, this is Tyler Robinson. This is just like attempted hypnosis. This is, you're getting very sleepy. That's Tyler Robinson. That's Tyler Robinson. That's him. That's him. And by the way, I want to be clear. I can't meaningfully deny.
Hold on. Why is she denying that that's him, but he's not denying that it's him? Can she answer that question, please? Somebody need. This is why she won't debate any, by the way. Have you seen these guys that they're trying to offer her $200,000? They're not really going to do that too. They just know she won't debate, so they're throwing high amounts at her, right? That's really what these guys are doing.
That could be Tyler Robinson. It could also be Lance Twiggs. It could be Ethan Hawke, Tom Holland.
It could be Lance Twiggs. Lance Twiggs' hair is so much longer than that. It could be anybody. It could be. Oh, they were trying to accuse Erica's brother. Did you see that? They dug up Erica's brother, and he just looks like with some white guy with brown hair, and they're like, oh, it was him. He did the shot. Could be him. She's ignoring that his car drove in, and that he's 3 hours away from his house in the area, and all the other evidence.
Timothée Chalamet in preparation for the final installment of Dune. Could be any of that. I couldn't reasonably deny that it's any of those young men or any one or number of the decoy boys on campus that day who I speculated all looked to me
the decoy
like they
boys
belonged in a military unit.
All you white folks look the same to me. Dude, in the original footage zoomed in, it's so the mom said it was him, and so she's lying about her son. This is unbelievable. I can't believe this is happening.
That's my biggest thing too. It's like, dude, if they had, I said to somebody had replied to me and said I was an idiot for not thinking that the second shooter could be possible. And I asked them, okay, like, can you please just show me? Like there would be a video of people looking in another direction, right? Or something along those lines, essentially. They're like, do you have any sort of working theory? Like, do you have a video of a person that you think it could be, like a suspect at all? Anything like that? Nope, nothing. They have nothing. They literally have no counter argument to this. All they have is this oh, well, that's weird. Oh, that's strange. Oh, don't you think it's odd that they didn't do this? Like it's all that type of reasoning, bullshit stuff that makes no difference because they have no argument themselves. They have nothing. They have no evidence for anything. They have no working theory. No other suspect, by the way. Dude, if you think Lance Twiggs did it, like you're actually functionally retarded. Like I don't
it's
know.
on Lance Twiggs, who himself probably
go crazy.
Noted a rather strange predicament that every single piece of evidence that the influencers are pushing relies on Lance Twiggs, who himself probably should be considered
a person that might be guilty of participating in the events on that day, who for some reason was immediately granted immunity by the feds and was not allowed to even be cross-examined at this stage for this hearing, despite arguments.
Yeah, you don't do cross-examination in any preliminary hearing, Candace. Look at the face. I hate her faces, dude.
Made that and was not allowed to even be cross-examined at the participating in the events on that day, who for some reason was
She says the only evidence they have is from Lance Twig. That's not true either.
immediately granted immunity by the feds.
It's only like a limited liability that he can't be charged for like what he showed them or something like that. If they find that he wasn't more involved, he can still be charged. He doesn't have complete immunity.
Allowed to even be cross-examined at this stage for this hearing. Despite arguments made that his testament would amount to hearsay, they allowed it to fly.
She knows that, though.
This is preliminary.
Go
Oh, I bet you that'd be funny. I bet you watching black people and watching gays and watching maybe not annoying women watching it, that wouldn't be as entertaining. But I bet you watching black people react to Candace, I bet you that goes hard on YouTube right now. The numbers and stuff.
On TikTok, the
On
Candace,
TikTok,
the
yeah,
Candace
dude.
women, yeah. Oh, they're all over.
We've had other police forces. All right, you guys, Daddy's home. Shabbat shalom. Today on the show, what I have for you is, remember Officer Bagley's weird testimony about his body cam footage?
She has a shirt that says Is this her merch or TPUSA merch? She's selling Daddy's home Shabbat shalom like Charlie said?
Dude.
That is ridiculous. That is such a grift.
Suddenly going off right when he went up on the rooftop and discovered the screwdriver.
Who can be accused of
But we've
killing
had other
somebody and
police
make money off of doing it?
forces reaching out to us, telling us why that is a highly implausible story. On top of that, I missed this, but Baron Coleman alerted me to a possible.
This is what happens. Like if she was a nobody and she just started saying this, she would have never like gained popularity. It was because she already had the audience that she got from all the Zionist organizations she worked at. It's there.
Yeah,
it's
that's
all
why
their
it's
fault.
surprising.
They made this beast. Again, another face. Every time I freeze frame her, it's just like ugh, finger wagging in my face.
Dude, and remember, the purpose of her whole thing, the reason that she was brought into the fold is because she was supposed to be this example of the Blagzit thing or the Blexit thing, where it's, oh, black people are in droves voting for Trump because they all love Trump. And this was going back in 2016. Trump, dude, that was like a fake movement. That was an AstroTurf thing. Black people weren't flocking to Trump. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. The purpose of this was to help Donald Trump get elected for the purpose of Zionism. That's what it was. I can't believe, Captain Dreamer was shitting on Ben Shapiro the other day. He was like, or he asked him, he's like, didn't you realize this when you hired her? Like, or was this just like a diversity? Was this like your version of a diversity hire? Like, I don't know. Could you imagine like hiring Candace and all that stuff? Like this is obvious just listening to her for an hour. I don't understand how anybody thought this was a good idea to give her any sort of audience or power. It's crazy. You have to be like seriously like blind to the race thing, the intelligence thing, the stupid shit. Like you have to believe blind to all this stupid shit about her and like totally put that to the side and then still promote her. I can't imagine doing that like as Ben Shapiro and all the people who did.
As to why the FBI moved not to test the items that were found at the bus stop, which matched the description of the lone person who recorded the person on the Odysee rooftop. It's really shocking, the answer that they give of who those items belong to.
I think there should be a rule. After you're wrong so many times, you don't just get to keep doing this. I don't want to hear anymore. Who's still tuning in?
I honestly can't believe I missed it, if that is who they're referring to. And lastly, Frank Turek says that my podcast causes divorces. So you shouldn't watch it, because if you watch my podcast, then you're going to get a divorce. Join us using the link below. All right, you guys.
Dude, I'm sure it does cause divorces. I can imagine if my wife like started to get... Dude, I remember when October 7th happened, my wife was like watching Candace some. To talk about Israel stuff. She was being pumped to her in the YouTube algorithms. She watched a little bit of Candace. If my wife would have got sucked in on this and was like telling me I'm wrong and Charlie really or Tyler is innocent and stuff, I might want to divorce her.
Dude,
I can only imagine.
This is going on across the country. I mean, this must be right. But what's fucking crazy is it seems like some of the men, they have their brains just as cooked from like Twitter and Rumble and also like everyone's brains are just totally fried on this stuff. I don't know. And dude, it was getting pumped. I remember when this first happened. Dude, do you remember the day after Charlie Kirk got shot? Do you remember I called you and told you what happened? A friend of mine from high school that like knew of my views of like the Jewish question and the race stuff basically hit like immediately came over and was like, okay, I think you were right, and I think that the Jews killed Charlie Kirk. Like it, and I asked him what it's from, and it was literally like Candace Owens. It was like the day, it was like a day or 2 days or 3 days after, whenever this first started. I mean, everyone knows right away Israel was being blamed, right? So I'm just pointing out, like, normies are getting one shot by this stuff all over the place, guys, and it's from their social media.
I did the man on the street, and lots of people knew of Candace.
People like, why are you still covering this? Why does it matter? Why are you doing a whole late night stream? Guys, the normal people in the real world are like, what is it going to be? Like 1 in 4, 1 in 3 have been like interacting with probably more than that. Has it like interacting with this content to some degree? Like, that's crazy. It's getting stupid numbers.
PR messaging, new information that I'm getting, and it is a lot that she has been orchestrating this entire PR campaign from the back end. I do believe firmly from the beginning that Erica was intimately involved in the PR messaging and the PR campaign at different times against me, sometimes against the entire world, but against me in particular.
That's one lie. Okay. The other lie, and you already said you can't provide evidence, is that Tree of Logic was paid.
I 100% think that she's paid. There was no way. By the way, do you not think it's a little ironic?
Why lie about that? Why are we being lied to, and we're supposed to accept that they have enough money, well, they do, to hire crisis PR people and a bunch of accounts on X to tell us that it's ungodly for us to not just sit there and be lied to?
She's no young gun either. She's in her late 20s.
Team USA brought in the greatest and the best experts.
Yeah,
Like
so
Andrew
somebody
Wilson.
mentioned in the chat, we've talked about it before, but her start was a doxing website around the time of Gamergate. Like, do you guys understand that? Like, that was her initial step in. And then after that, she basically like, oh, I'm a Trump supporter now. And basically she was paraded around on all the shows, Dave Rubin and all these places as, oh, look, it's an articulate black Trump supporter who tells it like it is. She's a sassy black woman who's going to tell you that she don't need no Hillary Clinton and all this other bullshit. That was her shtick. That was her grift. It went from one thing to the next.
And before that, in high school, it was like a lawsuit for racism against another student or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
It makes me strongly question her. And now this week, rather than fessing up to her bad idea and distancing herself from it, Candace is playing the victim again. Look at this post I found on her Patreon page. This is her recent response to the Tree Exposed video. Tree of Logic was paid to lie.
Saw that for what it was, recognized that expression for what it was. Another well-financed PR campaign against people for asking meaningful questions, shaming people.
I 100% think that she's paid. There was no way.
And since you've already completely exacerbated every effort to have a PR machine come after me.
Tree of Logic was paid to lie.
Is this a scam of biblical proportions?
It's funny too how like her audience, I'll say something about Candace on Twitter, and then I'll have in the replies like Candace people that are like, oh, $7,000. Oh, you and your Zionist people and stuff. It's like, dude, I've been exposing Zionists back when Candace was working for them. What are you talking about?
Be upright. Please pray for justice in this case and a speedy trial. Thank you. So please pray for the Kirks. They've been through enough. Time for justice for the widow. And just a word to all the Christians out there. The Bible calls us in the Old Testament and the New Testament to defend the widow, to defend the orphans, to provide for her and to stand up for her. And so be a Christian today. Be upright.
See the face she makes when he says the Bible does say stand up for widows.
Today, be upright.
Again with the facial expression. She got very expressive like mouth and eyebrows and eyes. She's got the crazy eyes too. Offering a $10,000 bounty to identify who Ben Shapiro was having. See, it just now a new witch hunt against who Ben Shapiro was having lunch with the morning of. Like that fucking means anything. And then she'll do this too. She'll be like, oh, like prove this and this and that and give me all the evidence. And if you don't have it by blah, 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 that's suspicious. And then they give you the evidence and they go, oh, why are you so worried? What are you worried about? Oh, how come you're giving this? Oh, well, I must be onto something. You're answering me. Like no matter what, she spins it.
It was my security that starts to feel dangerous about it. And I've been saying he's too close to this situation. Ben is just too close to this situation for someone who was not friends with Charlie Kirk. And the panic of which a bunch of influencers then tried to come out and persuade the public that this was normal, that they were all receiving that they're lying through their teeth. Tim Pool is lying through his teeth. He did not receive updates from somebody in that car about Charlie's status. Jeremy Boring, who just wanted to insert himself, jumped in and tried to pretend that it was my security that was getting those updates. I confirmed that is a lie.
No. He said he didn't say you were getting updates with your security. He said you had the same security and that they all had the same security. And also they're straw manning. They're not saying that like the guy driving the car in the front seat called Ben Shapiro when Charlie was dying. They probably talked to like, I don't know, their manager or somebody at headquarters and said, oh, Charlie got shot. We're on the way to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. Do this. He's bleeding out, blah, blah, blah. And then that person somewhere else talked to other people. That's the more likely explanation.
That they were not on the phone with anybody in that car during those crucial minutes. Okay? Jeremy Boring lied through his teeth. So who on Ben's IDF Israeli Mossad security apparatus team, former IDF, was receiving updates about Charlie's condition and why? And who was Ben Shapiro at lunch with? In fact, I'd like to know so much that if somebody can provide evidence of who he was at lunch with, because I have a hunch of who he was with in LA when this happened, I will put up $10,000 bounty on that piece of information. Tips at CandaceOwens.com.
More tips at CandaceOwens.com. Hold on. Remember, I actually need to do this every once in a while, guys. I need everyone to remember we're in the age of AI and creative writing is very easy to do. I encourage anyone to do any creative writing exercises of anything you can. Make sure you email into more tips at CandaceOwens.com. I think she has another email address as well. Bonus points for like sliding in any like sort of green pill lore or anything like that you can get her to say on the air. I encourage anyone to just send her the most retarded shit you possibly can.
Everybody email her and say, he was having lunch with Adam Green of No More News. That's who was with Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, and who worked for Viacom, and he's a Jew, and he went to Israel to kiss the wall, and dude, Adam Greenberg. That's who it was.
He's having lunch with Adam Greenberg.
Yeah, I encourage everybody. I put in some creative writing references. Now I am very subtle with mine. I like to put in very peculiar, unique ones where I regret it.
Yeah, Devil's Tomb, not good. I could have told you that. Cuba Gooding Jr. as the lead star.
When the French thing was going on, when she's getting sued by like the First Lady of France and all that stuff, I had written a couple times trying to link the Charlie Kirk assassination to the French government thing and saying that they are trying to do a restoration of the Napoleonic dynasty. Now, I was hoping she was going to mention that sometime. Now she never has, but she might. I mean, I might have to do another one. I might have to try again because I think some creative writing is exactly what the kind of thing Candace needs right now. Could you imagine if she was doing some of that stuff, guys?
She's desperate for new ideas and new theories and new material for sure. Somebody tricked her with the tip line. They sent in. She was on some other rabbit trail. And they got her to read her lawyer's address, claiming it was something else.
Yeah, I saw that. So good. Yeah, so creative writing exercise,
the flat
guys.
Earthers during Artemis, people made fake AI images of like them on a set in the Artemis spaceship, and then flat Earthers, they sent it to flat Earthers, and they ran with it thinking it was real. Flat Earth Dave did.
Told me about the situation from the moment that it took place. I know what beyond my gut and beyond my dreams. The statement from Andrew Colbert, it was supposed to be you. Was it? Was it?
Was it? Was it? Beyond my gut and my dreams. Don't worry, Candace. Your audience doesn't need anything else besides Your gut and your vibes and your dreams. Owens calling Charlie Kirk's mother an influencer simply because they asked to see the enhanced video.
The very end of day 5, they showed the influencers. 4K HD, perfectly clear. Everyone else was spending 9 hours a day watching every day of the hearing, but they waited till the end to give this gift to the same influencers who have been trying to help the government wage a war against our minds. Very end of day 5.
To the influence. You mean to all the courtroom? It's going to be so funny when the video does come out too and everybody sees it. This is all going to look really bad. Really bad. Dude, they should have waited for the trial before they ran with all this stuff. They should have waited until, they just keep digging.
Yo, she should not be allowed to have her kids. Like, she shouldn't even, her kids are in danger. Like, what is going on?
She doesn't even raise the kids, I don't think.
I don't think so either, but this is crazy. How is this just happening in broad daylight and everyone's just like allowing this to just go on? No one's stepping in. No one's doing anything. Oh my God, dude. This is so crazy.
Again, I am...
Dude, like...
Yeah, where's her
30
husband
years ago,
to shut this down?
That's what I was just gonna say. Like 30 years ago, her husband would have beat her ass or something like that. I'm not condoning that or anything. I'm just saying, like, this world is like crazy right now. This is happening with no consequences for her so far. No lawsuit yet. Nothing. No family disavowing her and no one coming out and making it like, there's no one like me tooing her. Not literally.
Family has disavowed. She has a sister that's criticized her publicly, and I think her stepdad.
Oh, I know the stepdad actually. Now that you say that,
that was for like Israel stuff though, and Jews stuff, not necessarily this specifically.
It's just crazy. There's like no consequences for this at all. When you just look back 100 years and she would have basically been beaten for this. Not just her, but men would have been, men couldn't do what she's doing right here, like lying and doing all this stuff. People would have seen this as fucked up.
No, I can't wait for it to catch up with her and for her to lose everything, get sued and lose everything.
Personally looking forward to this trial because this entire thing is a house of cards. Okay. And a lot of people deserve to have their careers ended for perpetuating this level of fraud upon the American people. It's absurd. It's just, the story is just going to grow more absurd, and they're just going to be chasing their tails. Again, I am personally.
This is narcissists project a lot, so we're seeing lots of projection from her with stuff like that. Like, how can these influencers lie to everybody like this? It's like, I know, right?
They showed the influencers.
Influencers.
Dude, calling the family of Charlie the influencers is fucking vile.
Yeah,
what
they're
an
bad
evil bitch.
For wanting
I don't
to
even
see
believe
the
in
zoomed
evil
in video too. Like that's what they're that's where we're at nitpicking.
I don't even believe in evil, but what she's doing, if describing what evil's supposed to be, like what if it does exist, like what she's doing is that, like I don't know.
Dude, look at how much of a match it is, too, when you look at him in these security photos and other photos we know is him.
Oh, I know. It's so
stupid. It could be
stupid.
anybody. It could be decoys. Oh, they're too blurry. We can't tell at all. It's like, how many doppelgangers did they find for this elite unit of assassins?
As that this is the same person.
Fakest, most evil person.
Is Tyler Robinson when he was.
It's amazing. Disgusted by it. I'm getting this out of my system tonight, not burdening you guys with this on the regular show. This is a mullet show. Look at this type of shit. 500 likes. Raise your hand if you just want to tell this child that we've got you and it will be okay soon.
Holy
Jesus is Lord.
Oh, Jesus
Curious
is Lord.
Truthsaker.
Please pray, dude. Look at it's another shadow of Ezra. Guys, start paying attention to this. Whenever you watch this account, watch what it does. There's and many others. If you see other accounts like this, they are always doing stuff where they're like starting these.
No, he didn't share that though. This is just a video of him reading out his scholarship.
I know.
Presidential scholarship.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But remember, that's the one who started. That account has started so many fake bullshit trends.
Yeah, but this was just 2 days after. Show. This was a. I know. You're right. We've criticized him in the past for the disinfo, but this.
I'm not saying that this example is one. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just saying that in this. I'm just saying watch that account. That's all. I'm not saying it's in this case. It is.
Look at some of these people. I call BS. There's no way some college kid did this. What, a college kid can't take a shot? He was a hunter. Are we supposed to believe this scrawny nerd didn't have help?
Sent $20. Appreciate the late night show.
Thank you, Skunky.
Thanks for exposing the liars.
Yeah, exposing lying conspiracy grifters that are discrediting and give a big W to the Jews is important, okay? That's why we're covering this. Sounds like Israel's fall guy. This is 2 days after it happened, by the way. All right. But this is crazy. We've got you. We're going to save you, Tyler. Don't worry, Tyler. We're going to save you. Like, the dude's going to plead guilty, probably. He's not even saying he didn't do it. But we got you. I swear I saw they super chatted into one of the conspiracy shows the other day and said they wanted to start an appeal, a GoFundMe for his appeal. They literally want to get Charlie's murderer off. Baron Coleman is Ali Alexander's lawyer. I know, I heard that, Nate Live. That's super sus. Candace is trying to downplay the evidence while hyping up the new Ben Shapiro conspiracy. She does these little hype videos before her streams, little teaser trailers. I might have to start doing this. Guys, on the show today, you like my new fit, my new expensive outfit? On the show today, we're going to talk about this and this, and I'm a little suspicious about these Jews.
Feeling overwhelmed.
And these Christians.
All right, you guys, I am back and I am well rested and I am ready to battle. So much to unpack this week. I didn't even know where to begin. There's so much happening. The internet is blaming me for assassinations to come. Tyler Robinson's trial. I guess we got to just do that really quickly. The high points, the low points, the lowest point being the influencer I'm feeling overwhelmed campaign. That was something. So we're going to go through all that. Biggest story, obviously broken, is the Ben Shapiro thing by far, on the phone in the.
So she's wrong. Oh, that's the biggest thing. That's such a nothing burger. Oh, so ignore all the overwhelming evidence and instead focus on that they're all calling it overwhelming evidence. Great argument.
Car while Charlie's bleeding out. This is another level. Hate to say it, but I was definitely right that he wasn't acting right. So join us at the link below. All right, you guys.
He wasn't acting right. I say he wasn't acting right.
I am back
right.
And I am well rested and I am ready to battle us.
Gave me a bad vibe. Battle buns. Go Max. Battle buns. Wine mom sleuths.
That's going to become.
All right. Some of these are going to be repeats. Destroys Benny Johnson for lying. That's 12 minutes. We're not going to watch that whole thing. She says the ballistics cleared Tyler Robinson. Bullet size makes it physically impossible.
And Tyler Robinson's defense.
Gun expert Candace Owens. Let's hear.
So she's basically admitting it's not Tyler Robinson's gun.
That's what she said about the lady on the DNA. The one that said it's she knows like a trillion. It matches his DNA like a trillion times. And she goes, oh, she says the DNA is not on his gun. Like total misrepresentation. Like, the faces.
And Tyler Robinson's defense did a very good job of asking her to read her report of the diameter range for the bullet jacket fragment. Take a listen to this testimony and the range that she gives.
The range of the diameter for the 6A bullet jacket fragment was 0.286 to 0.301 inches.
The reason why that matters is because it's too small for Tyler's 30-06. That's why he was going through great lengths to get her saying that on record.
No. They're talking about what's the diameter of the soft point bullet that mushroomed out and broke apart. Because they have to match up the diameters to see if to match up the gun with the bullet by the scratch marks on it. We covered this on a past stream. That's what she's talking about. The diameter of the bullet because it's been the shape of it's been messed up. It's got different diameters. That's what she's referring to. What is Candace trying to say that she thinks that means?
The jacket fragment was 0.286 to 0.301 inches.
The reason why that matters is because it's too small for Tyler's 30-06. That's why he was going through great lengths.
Dude, what is she talking about too small for the... She doesn't think that the bullet could fit in the 30-06 because after it got shot and crashed into a body, it got deformed into a smaller way. It's too... The bullet doesn't fit. It's too small. Oh, and the court that's all fake just revealed that to everybody, but only Candace found it.
To get her saying that on record, because a 30-06 would begin at 0.308. And then it goes upward. The cartridge diameter goes upward to 0.471. So she's basically admitting it's not Tyler Robinson's gun.
No, she's not.
I would love to see this go on. I would love
She's talking about the diameter of the shrapnel. What would you call it? Not shrapnel. Of the casing. After it was shot and deformed, part of it was smaller and other parts of it had a bigger diameter. That's what she's referring to. You can't take the smaller one and say, oh, it's too small. It wouldn't have fit in his gun.
See this go further because, well, if people are going to be able to see the full extent of this trial, you are going to really appreciate the psychological campaign further that is being employed right now. The audacity of these influencers.
Oh, yeah. The audacity. Talk about audacity. The evidence is overwhelming. Fed slop. Oh, here's a Candace follower. I forgot.
Definition
I had some Candace followers.
Oh, let's go, dude. We got the music.
The word of the day is overwhelming.
You know what? Let's begin with a basic definition class. What does it mean to be overwhelmed? Like, actually, let's just start with the root word, whelm. The verb to whelm. Let's just pull a definition of that. To whelm is a verb meaning to submerge, to engulf, or to completely cover something, often with a disastrous effect. It can also mean to overpower or to overcome someone in thought or in feeling. So right now, there is a seemingly infinite number of influencers on social media who watched the Tyler Robinson preliminary hearing last week, and they reported back to us common folk that they came away from it and they were effectively drowning. They were submerged, they were engulfed, they were completely buried by the avalanche of undeniable evidence that Tyler Robinson murdered Charlie Kirk. I mean,
they streamed the whole thing, but the close-up of him on the roof taking the shot. She acts like, oh, it's like all the overwhelming evidence is only being told to us by the influencers. We saw the whole preliminary hearing besides that one thing which was described to us. You see how she does these games? Oh, the normal folk, you're just telling the normal folk what to think. The normal folk that were paying attention were able to watch the whole thing. She added the music. Look, she's so satisfied. She's like, my queen. Candace is telling all those white folk.
Did it. She did it.
The word of the day is
overwhelming. It's like the first time she's
overwhelming.
You know what? Let's begin with a base.
Incredible. We don't know, but we know.
Know that something's wrong with this. I think the person we don't know, but we know that something's wrong with this. I think the person in the maroon that's walking is different from the person that's walking up the stairs. It's a gut thing, okay? I don't know, but I know. Okay? I don't know, but I know. We don't know, but we know, so do not stop asking questions. I don't know, but I know. You know? I don't know, but I know. Something's not right. I know it's not right, okay? We don't know, but we know. You know? We don't know, but we know. And soon, we're gonna know. By the way, we do have some new merch.
Soon.
We don't know, but we know.
Dude,
is the newsstand.
This is all a grift. It really is. Dude, her husband's worth like tens of millions of dollars. she herself is probably worth tens of millions of dollars. I don't know, maybe not. I heard she ran Blexit into the ground and her other charities, but I'm sure Daily Wire was paying her $5-10 million a year or something like that. We don't know, but we know now.
That just dropped.
You don't know
Pretty
shit
good.
and you don't know anything.
We don't know, but we know. And,
$60 cup.
We're about to.
We know Standish
No.
cups.
If you know what I mean. You can buy our We Don't Know, but we know brand stuff. Like I said, we restocked those cups. We don't know, but we know. And we don't know it. We don't know it. But I kind of know. We don't
Imagine
know,
this
but we
being your
do
tagline.
know, and we have restocked.
So we don't know anything. We just make claims when we don't really know it. Yo, Candace, I don't know, but I know that you're really a man. I don't know, but I know that you're a lesbian and your husband is gay and you're his beard. I don't know, but I know that you're a Russian agent doing propaganda to help the Jews and discredit the opposition. What do you know, Amalek? Do you know anything about Candace? Or you don't know, but you know.
I don't know, but I know that she's black. That's where I'm at. Yep. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. You don't know that. I think you might be black too. Don't forget that. You might be black. You played basketball.
Caribbean.
I don't know, dude. This whole thing is ridiculous. She's so stupid. I can't believe that she's this popular. It's so not. This is.
Yeah.
Knew it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I know it. Buy one of these amazing just dropped. We don't know, but we know.
It's just all
Standish
fake
cups.
too.
Thank you, Candace. We don't know, but we know. Of course, we have our We Don't Know, but we know merch solving the mystery of what happened to Charlie
It's like
Kirk
a
on
Christian
September.
motto. Like, we don't know Jesus is real, but we know. We don't know that he really died for our sins, but we know. We just have faith. It's like we have faith. And so many of her audience is Christian.
10th. We don't know, but we know. And soon, we're going to know. We don't know.
I can't handle anymore. We get the point.
I had some retard trying to tell me the other day that nothing Candace does has anything to do with Christianity and that she's not a real Christian. And I'm just like, okay, well, I guess
That's the one of her
you guys are just dumb.
cutting it when it goes to the woman that says she knows a trillion% chance that it's Tyler. Trillion% match. Caught manipulating her audience about the DNA evidence. That's the one we showed earlier. 10 months of Candace being psychotic.
Erica Kirk emotional asset story. Erica.
This is the one we showed earlier, too. Raven Grace. Oh, this is another podcaster that this girl's, I think she's been on Stu Peters the other night, too. A new Charlie Kirk podcaster.
If you guys don't know me yet, I'm Ana Escobar. And just like you guys, I'm trying to figure the thing out, but I can't do it alone. So please consider this your invitation to join the investigation. Please
join the Charlie Kirk investigation with me, Ana Escobar.
Like on the video, hit subscribe, and we have a membership now. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Guys, I have a membership now, and I'm like, because we're doing
If you watch this, you're straight to jail. If you are one of the 1.1K viewers,
membership,
dude,
doing live streams, and we're gonna research together. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm like thrilled. I've been trying to like watch a couple of them to see like how they're well done, and I'm working on it. I'm really excited though, especially because there's a lot of stuff out there
are you guys
that we
excited?
need to talk about and that we don't want them to hear us talking about. Something's been bothering me. Okay, so Baron Coleman, as you guys know, he sent in that FOIA request to the accurate.
Imagine thinking people like this are like more on point than we are on this question.
Why does she say FOIA like that?
And Stu and all these people, like they're right on this one. Adam's, he's working for the Jews. It's pretty sus. He's trying to. Why is he so interested in this? Pretty sus.
Oh yeah, you guys must be getting paid.
Yeah,
dude,
must be getting paid. Like, look at the other side.
Dude, she says FOIA, FOIA. That's what she's talking about. FOIA requests. Stupid. She's that much of a noob. She doesn't even know that it's just called a FOIA. It's not.
Never heard of it before.
Yeah, no, she's just reading
We're doing real investigations, guys. It's gonna be so fun. I'm gonna be just like Candace.
systems.
Come on, subscribe to my YouTube, guys. Sign up for my
to the department that had requested the accurate energetic systems contract. Something's been bothering me about it, and I haven't seen anyone talk about it. So that's what I wanted to do, is come on and talk to you guys about why I think that contract actually makes me think that our work.
This girl made it on Stu Peters before I did. Isn't that funny? Stu's trying to tap that. You just know it is.
Theory is more
I still
right
can't
than it's
believe
ever
that
been.
Stu Peters has been following me and
All
follows
roads
me
are
and like,
leading.
likes my tweets and stuff. It's so weird. What is
Really?
he must be just permanent. Yeah, him and Dan. It's so weird what they like and they follow. It's just so weird.
He follows me too. Whenever I call him out, he ignores me.
Yeah,
But
same.
I'm pretty
I
sure
constantly
he retweeted me too. Didn't he retweet me a couple months ago on something
He
random?
retweeted me too. I remember. He's just. It's weird. He's a retard. Like he must be drunk or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just forgets.
Toward
He just forgets
what I
that we
really
hate him.
think is what happened on September 10th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys about why the details of that contract matter and what exactly it means. Like you guys already know, I
So
do
true,
not
Flow
like
State
it.
Labs.
I don't like it when they decide to hold
Dude, the
back
Georgia Guidestones were right. and it was
information
about
that the
this
people are
woman.
entitled to. Play with my girl Daisy. You already know that makes me mad, and you want to stop making me mad. Give Daisy her information. There was a contract. Okay. If you guys
Tell
don't know
us
me
about
yet,
the
I'm Ana
contract.
Escobar. And just like you guys, but
Everybody
if you go to Forward
sub to
Chuka,
Ana Escobar.
that's where you get the stuff done right away. It is the place where the whole military, the Navy, the Air Force, the Army, everybody gets all of their stuff.
Can someone help her with her
integrated.
makeup
If needs
situation?
be.
I'm not trying to be gay here, but like, what is going
The
on?
other thing that they do
I don't
there
understand.
is all
Why
the
does she have
drug
4 different skin tones?
So,
Dude, what do you mean? Her makeup's good. Imagine what she looks like without it. That's
That's
When I was
probably
thinking
true.
about
Can you
why
imagine like
Forward Chuka-
hugging
why-
her and
why
you're wearing
Forward
like a
Chuka
white
all-
t-shirt and that just now you're wearing a brown t-shirt or whatever
she's
this is?
definitely had the lips done.
Dude, she's had something done with her cheeks and her nose is done too.
places, why would they? If you want for your laptop, you've got your laptop, it's got special Intel Core premium processor. But now I also need for my laptop to be integrated with this other system. And by the way, my laptop, is from the Navy. I needed to be integrated.
All right. Sorry
Wait,
to torture you.
wait.
Oh,
Hold on, did you just hear? Is she talking about her own laptop there?
I guess. I don't know. What was she saying?
She's saying it's from the Navy?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's listen to this
So
one.
some military military public what was her job in the Navy? Is it like Jack
Want me to pull it
Posobiec, a
back
former
up?
military? No. I don't care enough. But I'm just saying that's weird that she's saying that.
But if you go to Fort Huachuca, laptop, you've got your laptop, it's got special Intel Core premium processor. But now I also need for my laptop to be integrated with
Oh,
this
she's
other
talking
system.
about the guy from.
And by the way, my laptop, is from the Navy. I needed to be integrated with a system. The Navy doesn't have a ton of drones, so my assumption would be that the drones probably wouldn't be Navy too. So if I need to integrate my drones with the Navy system, you take them to Fort Huachuca. That's where they do that. What they also do is they have the.
Oh my God! Okay,
ground,
now I
and
understand what she
that-
was saying. She's a dumbass. I hate all these people. Okay, no, next retard person. These people, honestly, like picking cabbage is actually that might be too complicated for her or for these people.
This lady's crushing on TikTok.
Oh, I've been liking Nate's videos on TikTok of all these retards, and the white pill one was good earlier too.
Candace Cousins, come to the front. Come. We need to talk. Listen.
Candace Cousins?
Is that a guy?
I don't think so.
Davinson now sent $20. I ask a lawyer that streams with Andrew Wilson if Candace will be sued. He said maybe it's hard to do and he didn't think Pusa or Erica should sue.
Hard to do because to win any money, you have to prove losses.
Yeah. But honestly, dude,
yeah,
I don't know. I think that I don't know. It would be hard to say how it should be done. But
dude,
Erica what she is doing is way worse and at a way bigger scale than anything that Alex Jones did with SH. Okay, so like I don't understand why. I don't know the legal mechanism that needs to happen or like what sort of corrupt thing needs to happen. Like if the government's going to be corrupt and it's going to be like using its power unduly to like make Alex Jones pay $10 bajillion in court settlements, then can they also do that to Candace, please? Like, I guess that's what I'm asking for. Because this, if it's going to be a corrupt, fucked up system, then fucking aim it at her, please.
Mm-hmm.
Candace Cousins, come to the front. Come. We need to talk.
Dude, this is a mess.
Listen, there's a breakdown.
Davidson now sent $10 also, as I always say. Most people will not survive the singularity.
I'm not gonna.
What's going on right now, baby? These influencers are losing their ever-loving minds. So everybody is calling out the fact that there's about 8 influencers on X who were also a part of the VIP influencers who were invited to court.
Did you see who she just cited?
Of course.
Yeah.
Where the video was being
Uncensored
played.
AI?
Now, keep in mind, as Ian Carroll pointed out in this tweet, that it was not the prosecution that wanted this video played. It wasn't the defense that wanted this video played. It was Erica Fronsby's lawyer that argued to have this video played, knowing that, in my opinion, allegedly, potentially, maybe, perhaps, they knew that these other extra bodies, VIPs, were going to be present in the courtroom the next day when the video was played. And they knew that they needed this narrative to get it out there to the masses, because these 8 influencers have a collective over 10 million followers. And they're the ones pushing this narrative. They know Billy and the other girls that were in there don't have as big a platforms. So they feel like maybe they can draw them out, their truth out with their narrative. One of these influencers in particular, I want you to draw your attention to. And that's...
They're acting like, oh, there's influencers at the last minute came in to tell this story. Weren't there influencers like every day, all week?
Mr. Benny Johnson. Because now Benny Johnson is on record throwing all this shit out here talking about yeah, I saw it in 4K. It was excruciating to watch. You see this, and this, whatever. But we had to suddenly remind Benny Johnson that in the days and hours after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, before anybody can think of a narrative or before the cover-up really began, Benny Johnson had a whole totally different narrative. He was singing a whole different song. Let's listen to the song Benny Johnson was singing then, in the days, weeks, and hours after the assassination.
Yes, there is reason for people to believe that this is a professional hit job, that there is some considerable evidence that there were state actors involved here.
So now everybody like, Benny, hold on, pump your brakes, sir. When you just saying this and now all of a sudden you're saying this, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Either, maybe, potentially, allegedly, perhaps, those checks were
am I agreeing with this black queen right now?
With allegedly, potentially, all those...
Benny Johnson is an idiot. So yeah, that makes sense. He's like the conspiracy. He will chase every single conspiracy angle possible for clicks and views on YouTube. So the fact that he did that in the beginning and now he's like, changed his mind, that doesn't surprise me. But that's who he is. He is a scumbag. Go off, Queen.
Also, it would be weird really early on when the conspiracies are already starting to percolate, to say like, oh no, it definitely wasn't anybody else. Definitely, like, early on, you wouldn't know that with certainty.
Yeah, that's true.
But she's like, oh, he changed his mind. He changed his story. Yeah, because now it's
he has
10
more
months
evidence
later, and we've seen all the evidence in the preliminary trial. So maybe that's why he doesn't think it.
That was him flirting with the Fort Huachuca, Egyptian planes, blah blah blah, all that other bullshit, right? So, so she's kind of right pointing that out. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? I get it. He changed his mind, but dude, you shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. Okay.
Rumors were on. Okay. So which one is it, sir? So then, of course, in comes Baron Coleman. Of course, he got to drop his little 2 cents in it because, like he's saying right here, imagine you're so controlled that you believe in your head that $1 billion collectively, if not more, off this case, off of Charlie Kirk's death in general. But y'all want to be mad?
Not off of spinning lies about the case. Dude, this woman is so dumb. He's made hundreds of thousands in 8 months exclusively talking about Charlie Kirk conspiracies, and she's acting like it's the same thing as these guys just like, covering the news regularly.
Everybody else making allegedly money. Candace Owens was making money before this. I guarantee you, if you ask Candace Owens and if you ask Erica Franzbay, do they want Charlie Kirk to come back? Candace Owens would want him to come back. Erica Franzbay done already said she know herself Charlie Kirk himself wouldn't want to come back. Those words came out of her mouth, not nobody else's. Okay? So let's talk about...
Dude, she's really going to argue that Erica doesn't want to have her husband back? You mean she said so many people are coming to Jesus that Charlie would probably say more people believing in Jesus is more, his death is worth it for more people to believe in Jesus. She said Charlie would have said that. Come on. Keep asking them those questions, right?
Who is doing this shit for money and who's not? Who's on the side of truth and who's not? Most of the people that are on Candace's side and that are trying to help and sponsor and try to root for Candace, ain't none of them getting paid. Ain't nobody making no fucking money off of this. But this list of...
Yeah, they are. What do you mean nobody's making money? You just admitted Coleman's made hundreds of thousands.
Influencers?
There's people online that all of their income is shoveling goy slop conspiracies down everybody's throat on the internet. So, of course, they're going to cling on to this. Coleman made more money doing this than being a lawyer.
Oh, baby, y'all getting paid $7K per post at a minimum. $7K per post. But y'all want to sit here and talk about Baron Coleman and Candace Owens and what they making? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not capitalism, sir, ma'am, y'all. That's not capitalism. So only people supposed to make money off of this are the ones who are pro TPUSA. Are you kidding me? And it's even put out there that TPUSA.
Dude, TPUSA, does she not know the difference? TPUSA is not making money off Charlie Kirk conspiracies. Maybe through sympathy. Maybe people sympathize with them because they see what they're going through because of idiots like this.
It's paying chapters $1,000 a month just to start a new chapter and stay on it. Because no one wants to be involved with them. No one wants to deal with them anymore. Allegedly, potentially, maybe, perhaps. The fuck?
See, they all do this allegedly thing. She gets this from Baron Coleman and Ian Carroll. We don't know, but we know, and allegedly.
Candace Cousins, come to the front. Come. We need...
All right, that's probably good. We got it out of our system.
It's
Could watch Ryan
10:15. Let's come back.
Ryan Matta's bullshit, but it's just the same thing, the same code.
I think it's proven.
I'd like to be crystal clear. You asked if there's any portion of this video that captures, and I believe you asked.
This idiot's doing this out of context. Clip
the actual shoot.
Man, pretty sure these people, by the way, haters, slave trading.
Look at this grill. You know, this one has this lip on it. It's almost like it's one of those custom body kits that they added that lowers the front of the vehicle. Now let's go back to Tyler Robinson's car. There's no lip.
Yeah, there is. Also, the security footage is from above, from the ceiling. This is a photo from below. So you're not going to see it stick out as much.
Like that car goes in on an inward angle. This car comes out on an outward angle. I mean, that's obviously, like, there's obviously some type of body kit on this vehicle. And then you look at the vehicle. This was the photos.
Are we pretending like this isn't two completely different camera angles?
Right before the vehicle was towed from Tyler Robinson's driveway. And
yeah, so Mossad, in their planted evidence, couldn't get the same vehicle. They thought, the goy, they're not going to notice the different body kit. Come on.
Then when you look at them side by side, that is not that.
The thing that it's that I know that you guys watching on live stream couldn't see the the last video that was shown. Well, it wasn't edited. It was zoomed
Enhanced,
in.
yeah.
It was zoomed in from the surveillance video off campus, and specifically the part of
Also, like Jack was his
the
friend.
Losi
Like, I don't-
Center.
the idea that he would. Dude, this is so dumb. I hate these people.
Yeah. They were really close friends for years. And yeah, Jax and Charlie were always a bunch of Zionist gatekeepers that I hated. Doesn't mean that he's killed his best friend. It really is preposterous. And look, he just said, yeah, it's the same security footage, just zoomed in. And they're like, oh, they're lying. No, he told the truth and he's right.
You see everything. You see everything, and then you see him take the shot.
Is there any footage of the alleged
Here's
shooting?
the debunk.
There is not, Judge.
Oh, he's lying. He didn't take a shot because this out of context clip. See, I don't think these people really could be wrong and this stupid and be wrong so often. They're deliberately lying to weave a narrative.
And then you see him take the shot.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
I think everything's been proven. I think it's proven.
I'd like to be crystal clear. You asked if there's any portion of this video that captures, and I believe you asked of the actual shooting. There's no video of that.
They're unregistered foreign agents. Posobiec, Gabe Hoffman, Mike Cernovich, Laura Loomer. Gabe Hoffman is a bad guy, dudes. I look like I've seen a ghost. Yeah, I have. And someone that was very close to me, I'm pretty sure they were just there to infiltrate me. These are really fucking bad people. It's bad. These people are bad. They're fucking evil. These people.
Yeah. So he would have said Charlie's a foreign agent too, if he knew who Charlie was. All right. Yeah, liars and then the casualties that go with it. All right, Amalex, thanks for staying up late.
No problem. That was fun.
Be?
Oh yeah. I mean, we already see about this all day. This is basically what Adam and I already do a show basically like 20 minutes a day where we do this, where we just see about all these retards. So you guys just get to
all the latest bullshit they're talking about.
Yeah, all the latest lies and
just
dog shit arguments. So yeah, here it is.
Yeah, all the dumb, gullible people falling for it.
Hopefully it dies down a little bit for the next couple of weeks. What's going to heat up next? Probably what? Jury selection? Maybe something in between jury selection and now? I don't know, but
I wonder how long the trial is going to go on. I saw something about that. It's costing the Utah like tens of millions of dollars to do this whole trial.
Yeah, of course it is. Yep. Of course it is. That makes a lot of sense. Hold on. Wait, before we go, hold on. I looked this up earlier. How does Utah? Hold on. I'm gonna find my question. Here it is.
Utah death penalty.
Says Tyler Robinson could face the Utah death penalty. Blah blah blah. What is their execution methods? Lethal intravenous injection. For anyone sentenced to death on or after May 2004. And then firing squad can only be used in these exceptions if lethal injection is ruled unconstitutional in the case and if the state cannot lawfully obtain the necessary lethal injection drugs 30 or more days before the scheduled execution date. Now, I don't know a ton about this, but I do know that like the execution drug supply is a serious problem across the country. So and the execution by injection is not pleasant. It burns your veins to death, basically, is how I believe it feels. So there's a very high chance that him facing burning his veins to death or death by firing squad, he's going to take a plea deal. There's a good chance of that, I would say. Not 100%, but not zero, that's for sure.
Yeah. Or he's going to risk it to go to trial and hope for a hung jury. Dude. Get a Candace supporter on there.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's going to be a quick deliberation. How long did the jury take in the Austin Metcalf thing? Like 30 minutes or something? It's going to be a short one.
Yeah, we'll
because the evidence is so overwhelming. Oh, you said the word. You must be paid $7,000 to say that.
Dude, Utah used the firing squad in 2010? Wow. That's crazy, right?
They should show it publicly. They should stream it.
They should. Yeah, they should. They should. It actually defeats the
They
purpose
should
by
let
making it
Erica
private.
take the shot.
Yeah, they should. Yeah. That's how it should be done. It shouldn't actually be just like a regular thing. It should be like the Super Bowl. Like, oh, it's our yearly firing squad of all the worst people in the country. Let's go. It's September 10th or whatever. It's Charlie Kirk Day, where we all the murderers and people who've been convicted are going to have their firing squad on TV, and we're all going to watch. Like, that's actually how it should be. Yeah, this is fucking hilarious.
Oh,
right?
dude,
Bill Varian for Congress sent $50. The day you lose all your followers can't come soon enough.
Oh, dude.
Did you see who it was that did that? It's the guy who's always teasing about me, Dan Bilzerian for Congress.
Yeah. Yeah, the autist.
Followers can't come soon enough.
Oh, dude, the Kazarian thing is so funny, bro. Dude, he created a campaign website, like a month before the election? And then today, the day before the deadline, he goes, make sure to register as a Republican so you can vote for me. The deadline's tomorrow. Good thinking, idiot. To vote in the Republican primary next month, you need to be a registered Republican by tomorrow. Dan Kazarian's been running since April, and today was the first time he told anybody to register Republican. What's the excuse now?
At least he's doing
something.
something.
Hey, by the way, you know how I'm running for Congress?
Nick. He's doing something. What do you mean?
For you to vote for me, you need to register Republican. The deadline's tomorrow. Sorry for the late notice. Yeah, nice campaign you got.
Book sent $50.
Genius.
How does it make you feel? Bill Varian for Congress sent $50. The day you lose.
Yeah, guys. You can hate Nick, but he's right there. We gotta call him. See it. That's just ridiculous. Well, that was fun,
his name is Dan Kazarian now because he's 12% Jewish.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, that's actually his official name.
Although he didn't reveal that to anybody on his new anti-Semitism campaign, he kept it.
Yeah,
he wrote it in his book a few years ago or something.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thank you for the donos. Thank you, Amalek, for joining, staying up late.
Yep.
And show tomorrow. 0 Candace. I promise. 0 Candace. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.
Peace.